Poison.
That's not how we count down. Hello. Welcome back. We're in a good mood here, as you can see. Just as a heads up, our dear Vogley is struggling with computer problems, so she will hopefully be joining us very soon. But for right now, we will not have her on screen because she's not with us yet. But in the meantime, we can go through and introduce everybody. I'll start with myself. I'm Foozca the DM for this Saturday night campaign called Difficult Terrain, and I'm excited to host the second darkest campaign here on this channel. So I'm going to pass it off to Maya to introduce her beautiful self.
Simple talk.
Well, the first thing anyone watching this should know is that food should not be trusted. See, the thing is, Nunu's campaign was the darkest yesterday, but there's still today. We're going to see what Foozca does today to one-up that. That's usually that's kind of how it goes. So, for example, Nunu's did some terrible things yesterday with a lady who was speared in, and there was like a hell portal and all that shit, mind games. But at the same time, how many of my parents did you cook? And also, remember when you had monsters and a demon attack an orphanage? I remember that.
They were attacking you guys.
Yeah.
You guys just happened to be in an orphanage.
Introduction
Anyway, this is the longest and weirdest introduction ever.
I just wanted to clear the air and make sure that you were not deceiving viewers. It's very important to be transparent. I don't play Euphemia in this campaign. What was my brain doing? I play Irene in this campaign. She is a sorcerer who does the magic. She is also a water genasi who does the water, and also a phoenix who does the fire. So when you combine them all, she boils things, I guess.
You're a steam elemental.
She puts enemies in pots and then it boils the pots. Duh.
just a hard dubs.
Oh my god.
Like, did I hear that right?
Ooh.
Hello, I am the Dubs, father of the Nubs, husband of the Foos. I play Quadrono, the half-orc cleric. I help keep the Preventers alive. That is our group-ish, name-ish. And I am asleep by 11. And then there's...
Oh, we gained a half an hour.
What is this? Can we also say, I love that Dubs... Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
No, please, please.
I love that Dubs always starts it with the Pocahontas hello. Anyway, go ahead.
I am Nenners, Nennerino, sometimes Nenario. I play a Githyankio. Yep, I said that. Githyanki wizard, Theurgy. I also help keep the team alive for the most part. Yeah, and I just want to shout out Maya for her rambling rant and defending my honor. I definitely appreciate that. And you did ask a question. I'm going to answer it. She did Kentucky Fried Chicken 2 out of 2 of your parents, so she's at 100% fire rate right now. And that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to send it off to Flanders.
Oh boy, I've been called Flanders with a hard S in a while.
I know that was a hard S and a hard.
That was a hard S. Hi, I am Flandy, aka Flanders, aka Dennis the Smelly. I play this wonderful furbolg gentleman behind me here with his wonderful, beautiful mask and his beautiful antlers. He is a furbolg paladin, and he does paladin furbolg things, but he's not your typical paladin because gods are weird, and he don't do that worship stuff. He has a friend, and her name is Unicorn Lady, and that's what he does. He also has another friend. Her name is Sarusi, but we just call her Rusi for short. She likes to talk and have fun and play around and help us do things. And she teleports because she's a blink dog normally, but she could turn into a steed and a pony and a camel. and when we finally rank up and level up, she'll be a greater steed. And I can't wait to see what our wonderful DM has in store for her next. And with that, I'm gonna pass it off to the wonderful, the amazing, the always has an amazing background behind him, Joe.
It's true. I do have this guy whispering sweet nothings into my ear. I just want to compliment how you started with a character intro, and then it went into a dating profile, and then it turned into like a first grader's show and tell, and then and also and but still and it was great. I'm Joe. I'm a guest here on this lovely channel with these lovely people, and they're nice enough to let me come play D&D with them. So at the moment, I'm filling in and playing a pre-existing character called Garai, and I'm taking him down the warpath, and it's great, fun, violent time. On Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern, real people time, you can come see me on Dispel Logic's Twitch channel. We, after adjusting to some real life, are starting fresh, new campaign. It's going to be excellent. It's called Mark of the Pantheon, and we're very excited to get started and show you what we've been working on for a couple weeks in the backgrounds. So come check out the debut tomorrow. And,
very excited.
Also,
ignore the. Yeah, I believe all those people who spoke.
Everybody present.
Also, ignore
talk.
the clay human fighter thing, because I realized that still says human fighter, and I never updated that to paladin.
Oh, I didn't change that. I just saw clay.
However.
I show up.
Check them out on Sundays over there, because also that channel is awesome. And as per usual, thank you, Mark Songs, for bringing us all together. Basically, love that channel, and Mark is the coolest. So we had a moment to introduce everybody except our lovely Vogly, who will hopefully be joining us soon. She is struggling with a camera and video issues and such. Technical issues. So from here, we're going to kind of hop into our recap. And then Daniel graphics card their shoes in the comments. We love you, Vogly. We'll be here when you're ready. Also, worst comes to worst, I could just keep your image up if you want to hop in and not have to worry about that now. But you tell me what you want to do, girl. We love you, and hopefully we'll see you very soon. But hopping into the recap, the Preventers, having picked up Garai from the palace and more or less kind of agreeing to a sort of a revenge rampage of some kind. They have the day before they're definitely going to a sort of political ball or gathering of some kind. So knowing that they have a day to sort of be productive, they are attempting to kind of finish off some unresolved problems. And many of them have to deal with some sort of underground scheming system that seems to span many different cities. But Garai being a part of that in the past, the guys brought him along to kind of see what you could do. And upon returning to a place where Treebender, your friendly owlbear, remembered or smelled the familiar... Oh, there's Vogly. There she is right now. Oh, look, her picture's working. Everything's fine.
Yay!
Give me just a second.
I got it. My tile on the overlay. I'm happy to share.
She's here. We love her. Yay! Thank you, Netter.
Welcome, Bob.
All right. Oh shit! I was mid-recap, but girl, please introduce yourself. Thank you for being here.
Everyone, I'm Vogly or Vogastadl. I play Nirja Zaran, the Voggernaut, Vampire, Vagabond, Vongabond, whatever it was. And I play Nirja Zaran, the Dragonborn fighter. Go ahead, Foos.
Voggernaut. I love it.
I do love Voggernaut.
You gave me that one. You gave me
We
that
have
one.
pretty amazing nicknames for you, Vogly, and I love it so much. There's Vampire, Voggernaut, Vogastadl, as we've said many times before. Vagabond. Yeah. Anyway, I do like Vonathan as well.
Vonathan. That was not. That was. I think that was Jackie. It was Boston.
Yeah, I believe when I heard that, I was like, I'm stealing it. Okay, so attempting to find those unfortunate kind of animal slavers / ring runners that Treebender smelled earlier, the team returned to that area to try and find the entrance. And in doing so, spotted a few scouts who were tracking you, and in doing so, immediately kind of started a fight. This was sort of towards like the inner alley / more secluded areas of the city. So kind of in a darker area, you guys had this fight where you fought, I believe, 4 different individuals from the organization. But in that combat, 2 were killed immediately, One was in fiery shackles that we did say are going to go away because otherwise she'd be burning to death. So, she was shackled, but is otherwise being looked over by Kemen. One kind of died in front of the paladin who was looting him at the time and rolled a natural 1 on medicine, so I was like, he's fine. But
He was removing weapons. He wasn't looting. So rude.
you took his money.
He robbed somebody today.
He didn't take it. He just asked somebody he had.
Yurja is 100% taking things from pockets, but she's tricking first. I don't know if you'll allow me to do that and talk about
we
that
absolutely
first.
will.
Okay.
We're definitely going to start with Nirja in this situation. But besides that, the rest of the sort of chaos that was happening, one attempted to run, but was handily run down by Garai and brought back to the team. In which case he was interrogated and then murdered. so 3 out of 4 dead. The woman who was a caster on the roof is still alive and is currently kind of being watched over by Kemen. And Yurja was doing some sort of some searching through the bodies as everyone was kind of doing these different things. So that's why I wanted to kind of pick up with you as we're coming back into the scene. And before I forget, the winners of inspiration for this episode is Ryland and Joe. I don't know why I wrote Joe instead of Garai, but Joe, the person, not the character, has one inspiration. So congratulations, you two. You guys will have your inspiration for the night, and it expires at the end of the night. So with that, I am going to go back to that map that you were on, even though it is jank. And I should probably drag at you guys along too, huh?
Hold up. You said we murdered, and that feels inaccurate. People murder innocent victims. You execute criminals. It's different.
Yeah,
Right.
murder infers an unjust killing. There's an argument there that was a just killing.
Yo.
Execution.
These guys, let me tell you, they are not here to play games.
No, they kidnapped our furry, feathery son, tried to enslave him into some kind of fighting pits. No one's getting a lick of mercy this whole way down. Oh, and then they just picked this fight with us. So yeah, no, absolutely not.
Also, before we get started, I would like to point out that like a whole bunch of this artwork has been done by our lovely DM Foozca.
Oh yeah.
She did this herself. If you would like to hire her, I'm pretty sure she's gonna say no. You can always ask.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
She's expensive though.
You can't afford. No, I'm just kidding. No, please don't. I
That's
don't have
funny. I was
time.
gonna say if you tell her we
Yeah,
sent you,
it
she'll
does.
do it for $5. But I guess it's expensive. I like. Don't you want to do it for the exposure?
Oh gosh, I'm a
Exposure
graphic
puts-
designer. Do you have any idea how many times I've heard that?
Do you know how many followers I have?
Oh, guys, no.
That is a real thing, let me tell you. Anyway, hopping back into this chaotic scene with our lovely chaotic energy, which I love. We are going to pick up with Nirja, who was kind of looking over the bodies. There was the man who was burned to death in the pit, and then there was the man who was murdered on the roof, and then the one who was murdered just in front of you right now, and then there's the lady on the roof who is still alive.
Okay,
So,
yeah. I don't think Nirja knows about the people on the roof necessarily. Like, she knows stuff went down, but she doesn't know exactly.
yeah, that's fine. But I'll have you look through the guy who was in the pit. I also mentioned like he was kind of warm, but you could use your Mithril Majesty to kind of manipulate him and do whatever you need to. So why don't you go ahead and roll me an investigation check as you look over this body. He was not murdered. He was served justice.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I apologize. I had not opened my character sheet yet, and
No,
it's
you're
taking forever to load.
We
Quite
just
a
got
minute.
you back. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
Don't worry.
yeah. I mean, I could do my turbo commercial again if you
No,
want.
no.
What,
Oh,
wait,
yeah, I stopped in the tree bender art, but it's not done. I will
Okay.
redo it later. Or not redo it, but a touch.
what investigation you said?
Investigation, please. Yes.
Okay.
I like how he's like almost a void.
Yeah, I made him pretty dark.
Ooh, that's a strong roll.
Ooh, that's a strong 3. Okay. I'm gonna like you're just sort of looking. This is mostly for the one who's on fire as well, so that kind of works for that, I suppose. You're looking through with your Mithril Majesty, kind of like turning the body back and forth just to kind of see what almost like if anything falls out or if there's anything obvious immediately. And for this one, nothing's really catching your attention. He does very much resemble, in terms of garb and also armor or weapons on him, the animal tamers that you ran into when you first were trying to free Treebender. I almost said Rusi. Okay. Treebender. So that doesn't seem to surprise you too much. They seem to have some kind of like a whip of some kind on their hip, but they don't really seem to use it very much. Okay. They also had their goad, which was their main attack, and he didn't really get to use it before he got murdered.
That's true.
But otherwise, much like the others, he seems to be wearing scale mail, but otherwise nothing unusual pops off. Yes. Also, just a quick question. Were you kind of standing at the top of, because he was kind of dug into like a 5-foot hole basically because of mold earth. Did you like hop down into it, or were you kind of standing on top and move? She's tall enough to maneuver from the top, but I'm just curious.
I'm kind of curious too, because I didn't think of that. So so I imagine that she would probably feel the heat and just kind of, at first, like, check to see if anything in his pockets is going to explode or something like that. So she's gonna, like, like try and see if she can set anything off. Maybe I don't know. And then moving the body around, obviously, and then maybe like she sticks the butt into one of the pockets and just tries to like undo the pockets while he's cooling off and try to see. And also, have a look at the non-burnt things, which are his armor. So I'm sure that she can, as a fighter who has been in the military for a while, she can pick out some things unique to this armor, like maybe how it was made, how expensive it might be, things like that.
Sure. No problem. But I'm sorry. Did you answer if you were on top or in the hole?
On top. I was on
you're
top.
On top.
I'm not.
Good,
no,
cool.
no. It's probably way too hot down there.
I just make sure. It's a little warm, but you have fire resistance. You can maintain. It's fine.
Okay.
But while you're there, nothing's falling out of the pockets again. Like the investigation was kind of as I mentioned. But as you're kind of sitting there, just like, all right, nothing seems too unusual. The armor seems well made, but so do the others that you ran into underground. Mm-hmm. But as you're kind of turning him over and going through everything, as his head kind of like flops back over, he does have a hood and a mask that is covering most of his face, but the things that are visible are his eyes. And even though he died, they do remain open, and you recognize that they are solid white. There's no hint of iris or anything else, just solid white.
Okay, so is it that solid white, the familiar solid white?
You've only ever seen one kind of solid white, and it looks like that.
Okay, so she's gonna try and like fiddle with the hood and like try and get it off, and then try and fiddle with the mask and try and get that off too. Like go chin. Like chin.
Are you only using Mithril Majesty for this?
Yes.
Give me a dexterity check. This man's face is going to be cut up real bad. It's going to look like he shaved poorly.
Okay, just no, that's a saving throw.
Just a check. Yeah, just a check. So click on dexterity.
Yeah, okay. There are 3.
The actual word.
I mean, to me, there are 3 things that say.
Yeah, no, not bad. She's very dexterous and very careful going, but you do manage to remove both without harming this person at all. But as you're pulling the hood free and the mask free, it looks like a human of young age, likely in his early 20s of some kind. Mm-hmm. But the eyes are full white and seemingly staring directly in your direction.
Okay, and so I'm assuming that the butt of Mithril Majesty is not sharp. So can she just like kind of like gently try to push down the eyelids so it's not staring at her?
It's not
because this is gonna freak her out. It's gonna remind her of the eyeball on her cloak, so she's gonna be like,
This is gonna be a closed casket, boys.
I'm sorry, what, Foos?
Sleight of hand at disadvantage. This is not meant for that. You're still up on top trying to like maneuver eyelids. Are you kidding me?
How bad is it? All right, that's
Closed casket.
Cool.
Do you think eyeballs make a popping sound or more of a squish?
What one of them goes squish as a little bit too much power is used, and she just kind of plunges through it a little harder than. It's not a full like demolish of the eye, but you've certainly just kind of it's misshapen and squished a little bit. And the second one, learning from your mistake, you do manage to pull down. But you have one mangled eye that doesn't look white anymore because there's blood pooling in there, and then the other one is closed. So mission accomplished.
She definitely says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Oh, and then she tries to like just continue going about it.
Also, this is happening while that interrogation is going on. So they're like trying to like get answers out of this guy. And in the background, there's just a slight squelch, and then I'm sorry. Oh my god,
he's not great at this. Is the body at all cooled off by this point so that she can go in? Okay, so she's gonna go down and like just rifle through, just open like the cloak and things like that to check here for weapons or whatever, and then the belt, and then whatever pockets he could have, like almost like a pat down on the legs and the arms just to see where things are, if there is anything.
Sure, you can go ahead and give me another investigation check.
Okay. I only have a +3. That was terrible.
Oh man. Yeah, he still has a lot of the equipment that you saw, and that's kind of like, all right, confirming this armor is well made. Interestingly enough, just because you have a little bit of like blacksmithing in your background, the armor is made of metal, but you can't help but notice that it seems like it's an organic metal. It doesn't seem like something that was, tempered regularly at a regular blacksmith. There's something that almost feels like this was pulled from a creature with metal scales instead of actual scale being made out of something, not alive. But you are able to pick that up, and otherwise he does seem to have a pouch with gold, but nothing else that you're catching from this
Okay, so she's going to take the pouch of gold, and she's going to very carefully take off the organic armor.
Okay. Yeah. It will take a little bit of time. Also, like, are you trying to take it off so that you can so it's still usable, or are you kind of like slicing off the snaps and things, essentially? Not snaps, what I'm looking for.
No, the fastenings, the catches.
Thank you. Where? The actual word still hasn't come to me yet.
Yeah, so she, especially because she feels so bad about the eyeball, she's just going to be very careful and just as she knows to like take off the fasteners and things like that.
Okay, sure. So you're trying to keep it in one piece.
Yeah, especially because she wants Karugu to examine it at some point, and then thinks that maybe she could sell it or use it herself if need be. But she also doesn't know if it's evil, so she's just going to stick that in her bag.
Sounds good. That's easy enough to do, and that probably would take you a decent amount of time because taking armor off a dead body, you're a strong girl. You can certainly manipulate the body, no problem, but it's going to take a little time. So that kind of works with their timeline in terms of what their investigation. Yes, was it?
In addition to that, she also is going to take the mask.
He didn't have. Oh, you mean like the face mask? Okay, yeah. Sure. I was thinking like full. Yeah. That's fine. That is no problem.
Okay. But is it like a full face? Was it like a full?
No, it's just.
Oh, that one. I thought it was like. Okay.
That's why I was like, I did say mask. That's like, you're not wrong. Okay. It was basically like almost like a bandana across his mouth kind of.
Okay. All right. But never mind. I thought it was like maybe a unique mask that we could get some kind of information from. But if it's not something like that, okay, so that she's leaving it. So she's taking the organic armor and then how much ever coinage he had.
Oh yes, sorry, I did not tell you. He has 51 gold on him.
Yay! Okay, and then at whatever point Ryland says, what was it? 31 gold? Is that a lot? She'd be like, yeah, Ryland, good job.
I think this is kind of where all of the timelines will kind of like come together. As that man is stabbed, you finish kind of wrenching off the armor off this guy. Ryland is in the back like, oh no, he's dead. And Ryland, you say your wonderful line if you want to deliver it one more time for us.
Are we keeping these guys dead?
and right after Garai stabbed the man that they were interrogating. But you are all now kind of caught up to each other.
I don't think there's any point of redemption here.
I have a quick question for the DM.
Sure.
Do Tarrasque have scales?
They do.
I don't know. He doesn't know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. All right.
To be fair, their scales would be the size of that guy, though.
Correct.
I mean, it
They
could
could be his
magical.
little pinky scales.
Yes. Pinky scales. Yes. For
Also,
doing...
anyway, I don't want to
Yeah. There's so many reasons why it's yeah.
It's a baby Tarrasque at the bottom of the ocean. That's what it is. That's where the scale came
Ew, no. All right.
That
So-
coos like a human baby. Excellent.
Nirja
How is
is
that
just
even-
going to check on Ryland and see how he's doing and try and help him out with looting the bodies, even though he wouldn't call it that.
He said, look, I got a javelin back. And
Oh,
it has
good.
some spears. Was this a he or she? I don't remember.
He.
He had
It was
some
a male
spears.
to
Kill Lionel, I think.
What?
The Thundercat.
Thundercats over
so-
on the moon.
So,
Thundercats on the moon.
so you got your javelin and some spears back?
Yeah.
Good job. And he got
Leather
idiot.
armor, shield.
Okay.
They said we're not resin him, so
Yeah.
I was just
Probably not.
I was disarming him so he didn't come back and attack me right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, that I think that would take
Big deal.
a lot, wouldn't it, to bring him back? I mean, we had to do that with Garai, and that was quite an ordeal, wasn't it?
I mean, that's he's trying to like very gently phrase it, like he was dead a lot longer.
That
I
man
see.
was dead for days.
Okay. This is clearly something in your area of expertise. Was people went up on the roof? I guess we should look at the roof. I guess they're
Oh, well,
okay.
It's on the roof. I just
Kimmin
assumed you
has-
climbed it.
Yeah, Kimmin has that woman tied up over there.
Oh.
They chased after the other person. I think you had the guy down there.
Yeah, we were on the other side of the building.
Can I see him from this from the rooftop?
I mean, if you like lean over and peek, yeah, you'll see a slumped over body with Garai, Irene, and Valen very, very close.
Okay. Nirja's gonna climb up to meet Ryland and try and look for the person he said that was tied up.
Kemen is standing right next to her, just sort of almost like a guard dog.
Oh,
Like his sword is still out, but it's sort of resting at his side, and
okay.
sort of acknowledges you as you come over. But she's kind of sitting on the rooftop, essentially, no longer bound by flaming shackles, but she's very much keeping her hands to herself. And oh no, she has been tied together because Valen made sure that was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's tied.
She's tied and gagged.
Yep. 'cause she was a
Gagged,
caster, and He was
okay.
like, no.
She's a caster. She's not casting spells on this.
Yep.
All right. And she goes to Kevin, just nods and smiles, and does his okay symbol, and then just starts to look around at the other roofs to see if they're being watched again.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Robbed a diamond, dead and disarmed.
Oh my god! My rolls tonight. I know there's gotta watch out for that crowd.
Girl, I haven't even started yet, but yeah, I appreciate
That's true.
the,
No, I'm just kidding.
I have.
I'm kidding. But on the rooftop, just sort of looking around, what Nirja kind of finds herself looking for instead is kind of like, we made a decent amount of noise, and you were investigating a body, basically, and they were doing some torturing, and that man screamed. Like, full-on scream. And in looking from the rooftop, you're kind of like, how much attention do we get? So you're kind of more focusing on that, and much to your surprise, it feels like traffic is still kind of going at a regular pace, and you don't seem to see anyone coming in your direction. So everything seems fine.
Okay. She's
but-
gonna continue the patrol and just wait.
Sure, no problem. But I'll move back to the mean streets of Weehawken ain't got nothing. No, I'll transfer back to the guys who just killed the
Shanked a bitch.
informant.
I don't
Yep,
appreciate
shanked
the
the
way
bitch.
you keep trying to phrase this to make us look like the villains, Food.
All I said was you killed him. I didn't say
All we did was serve
you
him some
enacted
justice. He was
righteous
thirsty.
killings.
We served him justice, okay?
Jesus. Oh, dear Lord.
Garai, are you okay?
I like that juice.
Should I not be?
I just want to know where your headspace is at. That's all. Are we going for total destruction here?
You came to me and said, let's kill them all.
I did.
You did?
Again, I just want to know where you're at, because not criticizing. Just want to know.
I guess I'd say, considering your initial proposal, there's one left alive. And that's one too many.
I was thinking maybe we can send them to the Kings. I know the captain of the guard. Maybe she can personally see to their interrogation.
We can't drag them along with us, so something must be done.
How do we even get her over to the Kings?
I can cast sending. They know we're coming at this point.
Yeah. Are we going to give them more time to prepare?
You were there when he said hundreds, right? But, all right.
Trying to organize hundreds.
Agreed. Regardless, they know. It couldn't take too long.
You know, forgive me for how this sounds, but hundreds of them in one of those little dark, dank caves of theirs. I really wish I still had Fireball. Don't worry, I have other ways to handle that.
Okay, yeah. Valen's going to, if you guys are okay with it, begin to cast sending and see if you can contact this lady's name. I can never remember. Hold on.
You got it.
I believe in you.
It starts with a K, I think.
It would.
There's so many. The guard lady who.
I know who you're talking about, Netters. You can do it.
I just, it's in these notes, but I have so many of them.
Do it, put your back into it.
I mean, someone else can tell me. You don't have to sing me times 9. Thank you. You can just give me.
Sure, I was thinking we could.
I'm helping you look.
EP.
I'm helping you look. I have it written down too. I just don't know
Thanks,
what page
man.
it's on. I got you.
Well, I guess while he's doing that and casting a spell, which is what we'll say is happening in character, I suppose. Just looking at the people that are directly in my eye line, because some of them are up on a roof, everybody looked like they were hurt. That wasn't a serious fight, really.
No, your team looks pretty good. You do recall Valen got fucked up, but he seemed to have taken care of that himself. Robes don't look good, but he looks alright.
Yeah.
And I guess I technically took some hits, but whatever.
Yes, in the chat.
He's telling
Which
us
chat?
the
I've got
names
like
in the
5.
chat.
Hold on.
The one for the game
Roll
we're
20.
playing currently.
Okay, so Kanja is who I am going to.
Hey.
Yep, and here it is, right on the next page. Yeah, so he's going to send the sending to Kanja, when appropriate. I don't want to interrupt more than I already have.
I think you.
I guess I'll go now. Okay, so
yeah, no, you're good. I was filling time.
Oh boy.
Send that sending dinners.
afternoon. It's Valen. Team was ambushed.
Again.
High casualties on their side. Have one hostage. Need secured for interrogation. Please, thank you. Please, thanks.
Okay.
These things. You get a response a little faster than you were expecting. I think I know where you are. And it might not be because of what you think. I will be there shortly.
There? He's coming there? Okay.
All right. Kanja's on her way. I assume not alone. I would grab whatever you guys want to grab off these creatures, and he's just looking around to see who's hurt. Karai got walloped a little bit.
Karai got walloped.
Well, let's see. Valen, she just looks down at the corpse. You mentioned that there were hundreds of them, as you said. Do you think maybe we can get the other one over there to maybe they've got to have lieutenants, commanders.
I agree.
We can pinpoint those and make this fight much shorter. Right? Them.
How do we get to them, though? I do have names.
That's the question. And hopefully it seems like that place is a labyrinth. But if we know where to go in that labyrinth to take out the problems.
I don't think stealth is an option for us anymore. So we either have to draw them out or go through there very quickly. I'm not really sure.
What if we could tunnel?
Hey, Valen.
Earth and all that stuff, right? We could just tunnel the infinite into there and just flush them all out.
Oh god.
But it's another two. Okay, yeah. Were you screaming, Valen? Was someone okay?
What?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I found a spear.
You mean Jim?
What?
Does it look like a particularly shiny or like well-made spear?
It is a spear.
How can we keep forgetting to replenish my javelins?
That sounds like a you problem.
Valen takes out the list. Javelins. It won't be a problem anymore.
Do we need
Yeah,
to
no, I
give
found
him-
3 of them. He's gonna hold up all 3 spears.
Do we
well,
need to give him a javelin bank now?
I think I would. Yeah, a javelin bag is probably not a bad idea. Valen at this point will go.
Full of javelins for the paladin. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
He's gonna go over, and he distinctly remembers his pet owlbear going vertical up a roof, and will begin to mend the undead chunks. Like he's just trying to clean up because the cops are coming. And he's just
Do we really have time?
Contra said she'll be here shortly. I mean, I can't imagine it taking too much longer.
She's tied up.
Who's tied up? Oh, you want to kill her?
No, I want. If we're going to hand her over, we
should
can
learn.
leave her, unless anyone is injured and we need to take a rest.
We're not leaving her here. Who knows where she can go?
It's the first time Joe's asked for a rest.
I offered it for your ass.
You know what?
I'm a paladin. I don't need
Like,
rest.
talking about working with her, Irene's actually going to walk over to her and just kind of kneel down next to her and be like, "Hey, so you heard all of that, right?" And she's like nodding towards the dead guy.
She's gagged.
Kind of,
I
yeah,
don't
looking
think
up with her
she
gag
can
in her
nod.
mouth.
Yeah.
She can nod.
Confused look.
Slowly nods.
Would you like to remain quiet? If you try to scream, you can guess what's going to happen.
There's like a moment where she rolls her eyes and then
Oh, you
Not
have
yet.
that bravado too. Great. We can just start with the fire right away. It's just,
If you're by Valen, he's gonna try to stop you. Like
Irene, what are you doing? What?
she's for the kings and their people.
So what are we doing? How far away from the door are we? I
We're
don't
still
remember
like
because I rolled
a ways
shitty on my
out.
survival check.
Yeah, we're still not close.
as you guys are having this conversation sort of overheard, she's looking up with the gag in her mouth like, oh, they wasn't going to be removed and now it's not. Great. You see her kind of like more annoyed. And in comparison, she got her ass beat. So she's down to 1 hit point as opposed to the person you interrogated who was at full hit points and was murdered. But she looks sort of ragged and is sitting there looking up at you. And as this sort of, what are we doing? Where is everything happening? There is the distinct sound of something sinking into her back as her eyes kind of roll over and you see her fall onto her side as an arrow that looks like it was perhaps magically created starts to fade from her backside.
Oh, shit. Is there a trajectory to follow to look for the source?
Judging by the angle, it looks like it's threaded between Kemen and Valen by inches.
Come out, coward!
Do I recognize the arrow type?
You sure do, Nenner.
Can Riley get a bead on where it came from?
Give me a perception check. You give me a perception check.
Help me with the body. We need to get it down. I can resuscitate her, but we can't keep taking fire.
Nirja is gonna try and goad out, the bowman and try and, call him a coward and have him try and come out. Will that work?
What's she gonna say?
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
Oh, well, I shouted it earlier. Come out, you coward!
Okay.
It's not great, but
go ahead and roll your
it's not great. It's not. I'm gonna see how it works. I don't know why I said the. Oh shit!
Damn.
Turn the bus around.
I am so confused right now.
Turn the
very hard to
bus
spell coward.
around.
Nirja, what is your AC?
Oh shit.
My AC is 20.
Okay.
I literally said that I was helping.
What are you helping with?
The body.
I'll roll it off the roof. for
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I didn't like
Valen's figured out.
it's off the roof. We don't give a shit. Okay.
20 people.
Is it just gonna like
keep her
boot
alive.
it?
Okay, this is kind of like turning into things are happening at the same time. So for just we're not quite in combat, but just for the ease of it, I'm gonna have us roll initiative just so we can find out what's happening as things are going. So
we'll do it your way.
So
That's just
That's
me,
we're not
the
in combat,
paladin.
but we are in trauma. So
you are indeed. I'm going to.
That's paladinist.
13.
Right.
What?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh, that's a 1. Woo!
Foos, something weird happened
What's up?
to my roll because it looked like I rolled a 17 on my end, but it shows up as a 13 for some reason.
I mean, it's an 8 altogether, but you're
8 altogether.
it might have been something.
It might have
messed
been
up on
glitch.
your,
Yeah.
on your. Is it the physical die that looks like it's on 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's.
Oh,
I've heard.
I
That
just
before.
clicked it. Fuck. And it went away. All right, never mind.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Okay. Valen, what is your dexterity?
8
You
tizzle.
probably saw Valen's dice.
Okay. Which does mean he goes before you. I have to have he's. Don't worry. All right. Did everybody roll? Do we have everyone? Oh no, we don't.
We're not in combat. He goes before you.
Yup.
And
He's not.
then the building that's really a polymorphed demon ogre. He goes next. And
Can you imagine? It's just like, by the way, guys, I didn't tell you this, but the roof, the whole damn building is a demon ogre. Not a mimic, as you might think is a little more logical, but it's a demon ogre.
yeah.
Welcome, bitches. But yeah, okay. So let me just also adjust who's on the roof and who's not. Because I have, hold on, pardon me. I'm going to move you for a second, Nirja. Don't mind me. Because there was someone on the GM layer.
Don't you
The
dare.
one you barbecued.
There was someone on the GM layer?
There was someone on the GM. The one you
So there's
barbecued.
somebody else.
Nothing weird. Don't be alarmed.
Nothing weird, just a
you
barbecued corpse.
How many of these boxes are mimics? How many? I'm thinking like 40%.
Barbecue.
I mean, Joe, that's kind of a frequent occurrence in this campaign. Though.
No. That was really funny though. Okay, anyway. All right. So for the sake of this, we're in initiative. But again, it's not necessarily combat. So at the top of the order is Garai. She has been shot, so she's down.
I don't care about that.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
No, I don't care about that.
Yes, but that is.
I'm
what
sorry. I mean, oh no.
Shit.
Oh, no,
but
please,
from
stop, help.
from those of you who are close, it seems to have been somewhere in this direction between the two brothers that the arrow hit her body.
Cool. Now, double checking my notes. I know where this arrow's from. In the situation, would Garai know where those arrows came from?
In terms of like the direction or like the person?
No, it's in the previous seeing of these arrows before today's incident.
Yes.
Because you shoot a man and he dies immediately. Did he know it was an arrow?
Yeah, he absolutely knew.
Shady Joe is
also
the best
the
Joe.
way, well, also the way that Garai died, it was not fast. So
I
you
vaguely
had time to be
remembered
like,
that, but
all
I was
right,
like,
cool.
I'm pretty sure I remember getting shot with these. All right, cool. So vaguely that direction.
Yeah.
I'd like to move vaguely that direction. That's what I'd like to do.
You can vaguely move in that direction. That's the
I can
problem.
move places and speeds.
Did you make it onto the roof? I don't remember. You're still on the ground, right? Or did you? I don't remember.
We were
It's
kind
fine,
of an
but-
amorphous blob of people at one point.
Correct.
I
but
might
that's
still
fine.
be on the far side of the building, in which case I wouldn't have seen the arrow.
That's true too. If you were down there.
Yeah, if everyone else moved onto the roof, I would have moved with them.
Correct. That's why I'm like, I don't think you just
Yeah.
sit there in the corner like, fuck this guy. I'll go
Rudy.
stay here with him.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll say that you were with them on the roof. So you're heading in that direction.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of vaguely put myself there.
Yeah, exactly.
So if
we'll
I
say that you're-
see someone to start attacking, I will do that. But for now, I'm
Okay.
moving towards the source of the arrow.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, you know I will give you a perception check. And now I consult my notes on what all my things do, because some of it matters.
Yes.
Insight, not
Not-
perception.
I like that it's not all of it. Some of it matters.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay. I have advantage on certain checks, and I had to double check which ones they were.
Yes, you do.
Mhm. Oh my goodness.
Didn't need it.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
That was like a Rolos check.
Thanks for that 20.
Yeah.
Meets it, beats it. At the
Oh.
very edge of sort of one of the rooftops, which is a good probably another 450 feet away or so.
Oh, that's a ways.
You spot the just ever so shifting sunlight on a body that looks like it shouldn't be there. Some sort of invisibility or fuckery is happening, but you caught just that glint of light off of
Cool.
what seemed to be a figure on a rooftop.
Just triple checking that I don't randomly have teleportation powers. I don't think so.
Good question. Can I teleport wherever I want? No, fuck.
There is this note that says I cannot be surprised, so I wasn't surprised by that arrow. I just want you to know that.
The arrow hits the lady, and it's like, I knew that was going to happen, by the way. I just
Kind of just yeah, that would happen, wouldn't it? All right.
I knew it.
Oh my god.
I very helpfully didn't put
Just gotta
distances on any of these abilities. Let me just triple check the one that could happen. There's no way in hell it can work this far. But I want to know. Yeah,
That's
go-
even
it
better. It
doesn't.
just fell out. AJ's like, I knew it was going to happen, but I wasn't going to say anything. I just knew it.
Well, what? I wanted her dead.
That's true. He was like,
I could
"Can we
feel
kill
the
this
arrow
lady?"
coming. I was like, I could nudge
Jeez.
her a little bit, but nah.
That's why he was
cool.
trying to get us to leave. He's like, oh, don't worry, I know she's gonna die. Let's just
Cool.
go.
I'm gonna just shout out.
Oh my
Just
god, that's amazing.
she's there, unless I don't know that it's a she. I forget.
You're sure it's a you're sure it's a he? No, you're sure it's a he.
All right, I heard. Oh, she is the prisoner. That's what I'm conflating. I was like,
Prisoner's
that
dead,
sounds
yeah.
wrong. I will shout,
Yeah.
"He's there!" and start running for there.
And you just see Garai just run down the aisle, like that, down this basically alleyway. And at the
I can
moment,
make
none
it
of
about
you see
halfway.
anything. Yeah, you can make it a decent amount of the
But
way.
I'm over exaggerating because it's another 40. It's
Oh, I
not
know.
double. Like
I was like,
no, it's
Yeah,
what?
in
You
my
can't
head. I
make it
was like,
halfway.
You
yeah,
can
80 with
travel
another
200
80. No,
feet.
but I
That's
can bonus
why I'm
action
like-
dash is all I'm saying.
a decent amount of the way. Not,
I can
not
dash
the
and
full
dash
way,
again,
but-
and I'm gonna.
Holy
Go
cow!
for it. So that's at the end of your turn, or that's your turn essentially.
Yeah, no.
At the end of your turn is his turn, and I already rolled the attacks, but I was like, let me make sure it's an initiative so people have a chance to do it.
You said it was a combat. You lied to us.
I didn't say it was not
Darkest
combat
campaign.
manners.
Yes, you
But she wasn't lying.
Nirja, I need you to make a strength saving throw as a force arrow sinks into your chest, but does not seem to take damage, but instead seems to burst into bramble and branches, some kind of tree-like sprouts from your chest and kind of wraps you up. You are currently restrained.
That's kind of
and
shitty.
you are
How familiar?
Hey, Rylan.
What do you mean?
Rylan, do you want to talk to the tree that burst out of fuckles?
And that's it. Shoots you just with that one, and you are currently tangled up at the moment. So that brings us to Dylan, who just watched Gry leap off the roof and go, "He's there!" Runs off, and then Nirja got shot with a familiar kind of bramble shot of some kind.
Of course, this would happen right now. All right, so give me. Is there a direction on the map? Where's he going? I don't.
Where's
Garai?
To the right.
Oh, he's going up that way.
Okay, that way. All right.
Because again, like the shot came between you and your brother, so it was from that direction.
He didn't give me distance or bearing or anything. He just said
I
it's there. And he's
pointed.
going.
He said that way.
Pointed. Excellent. All right. So, and I have this dead woman at my feet. And is there any kind of cover I can give her, like boxes, anything that like I can kind of hastily?
Excuse me.
Like,
this rooftop does seem to have a lot of little things like you can hide behind. Not many of them seem like particularly structurally sound. So, for example, like a shanty tent or like a few kind of smaller boxes here and there. Maybe not enough to stop getting shot, but at least to break line of sight. Sure.
How about this ridge, like right here? Can I just like line her, like lay her down there?
Oh, the body?
Yeah.
Yes. She could hide behind it. It's about a foot tall, so she's decently. Yeah.
She's got some cover. Okay.
A little bit of cover. Yeah.
All right. Shit. She hasn't made death saving throws, right?
As you're laying her down, her eyes are full white and looking up at you.
Mm.
Really, Foos? You know what? I'm not even gonna worry because the kings owe us a goddamn resurrection, so they can fucking res her. We'll deal with that later. All right, so I'm gonna. I'm still mad that they made us pay for that shit. All right,
is that what Valen's saying right now?
Yeah, that's exactly what he says.
Just old man over there. No, I'm not fucking doing this shit. I'm not
doing it. So he is. He doesn't even like her. If I touch him, I'm gonna get the bad eyes too.
If I touch her,
Oh my god.
He's gonna cast mirror image on himself.
Okay.
And is then going to take chase after Garai as much as his gimpy self can. I'm sure this is all difficult terrain, so let me know how far I can actually move. And go from there.
All right, so you have your mirror image. Are you hopping off the roof, did you say?
I mean, as much as one guy with one good leg can. So, you know, if it's going to take me longer, I'm fine with that.
I think it would take you longer to do it safely.
Yeah, we're going for safety. I'm not trying to get, hence the mirror image, I'm not trying to get shot. So, yeah.
I got you. Yeah, that is fine. So you're kind of getting on your way, attempting to get back down, essentially.
So difficult terrain, yes. 15 feet ish. How would you want to roll it? Okay.
You would probably make it like halfway down the side of the building for now. Like you probably make it to the end of the next turn, essentially.
Okay, I'm gonna let you place me where you think I'm gonna be, and that's gonna be my turn. Thank you.
You're kind of gonna be above Rusi, so I'm gonna put you there, and I'm gonna move Rusi to the bottom.
Okay,
there you
sounds good.
Okay, so you're like right around there. Which brings us to Codrono.
Okay, does Condrona have any idea where the fucker is?
You can follow Garai and the direction that he pointed in.
Oh.
I pointed right at him, guys. I don't know what your problem is.
You got a fucking 25 perception check. That was dope.
Yeah, that was.
Here we go.
Rai is going after him,
Mhm.
and Balin is going after him.
Yes, Valine. God damn it, you messed me up. I was like Valen, but I was like Valine. Damn it.
Maybe it's
Balin.
Maybe it's Valine.
Yeah.
He is currently like making his way down the building. You're on the ground.
And Garai is on the ground.
Garai is on the ground taking off.
Am I even on the map still? I don't even know.
No, you wouldn't be. You would be
Okay.
kind of, especially if you're following it, because you wouldn't go like this way and then hard, so you can kind of like weave between the alleyways. So you'd be.
Is Ryland on the rooftop too?
Ryland is on the rooftop.
Oh, okay. So Kodorono is gonna say, Ryland, stay with the group. I'm going with Garai.
All right.
Give chase.
Give chase. All right. If you are using your action to dash, you could probably catch up to Garai, just because he had a little more distance to cover before he got down there. So you have a big old half orc hauling ass beside you.
Hell yes. It'll only take like 5 rounds to get there.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. At the end of your turn, another arrow seems to whistle its way between you guys.
Because it missed us, or warning shot?
Sure, it hits me.
Does it miss us? Warning shot.
This one is going towards somebody in particular.
Me.
No, which is a descending Valen. Just give me a second.
Is he within 5 feet of me?
Valen?
Yeah.
He's within 10 feet of you.
As the shot's coming down, is he like close enough for me to like bing?
Oh no, I'm sorry. But Valen does have mirror image, so Valen, go ahead and roll me your mirror image because you rolled.
I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about hitting my friend.
I think you need like a 6 or higher on the first. Oh, yeah, 6 or higher on the first one.
You have to roll this attack with your physical dice.
I already rolled it. I'm whisper rolling it because you guys can't see him. So
Stop being no moves.
Yep.
But yes, as you're descending, you watch as one of your illusions just gets winked out.
Nice.
But the arrow sinks into it and just kind of vanishes as his force arrows tend to do. But that's it. And Irene, it is your turn.
Never has a character needed mirror image more than Valen.
That's why I've been investing very heavily into illusion.
Stop hitting me,
Because my AC doesn't matter. I need an AC of 90. I can't get there, so I gotta use illusions.
I can't get there.
Okay, so actually she's gonna yell out to Garai, be like, which building? Because she can't see the man pointing. He's on the ground running towards, I don't know. What?
I'm gonna point out I'm 120 feet away, but we can probably still shout. I don't know. Does the building have a particularly identifying feature from that far away?
I mean, you were on a roof looking at another roof 500 feet away. You know? So you're like,
It keeps increasing. What's going on here?
no, it was 450. I'm just rounding up. But yeah, it was a decent amount away. I don't think you could unfortunately recognize anything distinct in your haste and in your distance.
I don't have a good thing. I was gonna say that one, but I can't even point at it anymore. I'm on the ground.
You're on the ground, exactly. Oh my god.
So I guess she gets no answers. She's
Nah,
like,
I don't. I'm busy running. If I had
Yeah,
something
he's
helpful to
busy
shout,
running.
I would try.
Not surprised by your answer, by the way.
Oh my god.
on a roof looking at it. Oh my god, yes.
On a roof.
That's exactly what I was
Roof.
thinking. I was like, this sounds like a Tropic Thunder line.
That's awesome. Oh, also, sorry, I forgot to mention, Valen, when your mirror image kind of winked out beside you and that arrow hit, there was just a second where that area almost in a dizzying effect seemed to kind of distort and change for a second before disappearing as it had no target.
Oh, so this is another one of those put him in another dimension situations. Excellent.
It doesn't seem the same, but there is something there's something kooky about that arrow that missed you.
Excellent. Thank you. Noted.
Arcane archer.
I didn't just try to regular shoot my brother. I had to make it special.
I had to make it interesting. But
No, arcane archers aren't as cool as this guy by any means. Sorry.
Oh.
What? I tried to read what Flandy wrote.
Don't look. I've learned in life to
I
not
got-
read what Flandy says if you're trying to think.
Oh.
I got my. That is such a
Rare
feat.
It's really rare.
How
Yeah.
did you type, man?
Yes.
You're an ass.
But we
But Irene was like kind of edging towards Rylan to be like, all right, as soon as I get the location, I'm gonna port out no location. Son of a bitch.
you did get the vague point from him before he fucked off, so you have that at least. But that's all.
It's not helpful.
Use your own eyes. I can't do it for you.
Girl, do you have Spell Sniper?
What'd you say, Numbers?
Do you have Spell Sniper?
Yeah. I mean, but she didn't detect them. I mean, or actually, can I make a perception check to see if we can?
You can. It would be your action, but you can absolutely do that.
Rude. All right. Do it.
I don't want to hear it. I already rolled my perception. I didn't get nothing. I got bottom of the damn initiative list.
You know,
Oh, I was
did
thinking of
have
something else,
sympathy
girl. Never mind,
for
never
you,
mind. That's my
but
fault. It's my fault. You're good. I'm
You
fucking
fucked
up.
up my eyesight with that typing, so my sympathy is gone. All right, you need perception.
I pull a mine. I'm
Sure
the
do.
bad guy.
Yep.
You know what you typed.
Yeah, that was a fantastic roll, but you're like, yes, these are rooftops. What the fuck do you mean? You
Even
don't
after
catch anything.
multiple shots. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck. She's just gonna pretty much try to run forward and catch up with the other guys and see if she can keep an eye on where those arrows are coming from.
Okay.
And just
so
be like,
you
come
are-
on, Slowpoke, back here.
Rylan was told to stay. I was like, one runs past you and is like, stay here, and the other one's like, you fat ass.
Can I get 2 persuasion rolls from both of them to see who I want to believe more or who I want to fall for?
Look, that is heavily weighted. But I'm just curious at this point, so sure. Cadrono and Irene, I need persuasion checks for both of you.
Here's a question that'll tell me something about the person I'm running towards. Do I still have a clear line of sight to the building he's on for him to be shooting us? Because theoretically, yes, but if no, then something else is happening.
From where you're going, like you're heading towards him, essentially, like you're trying to see if he.
I mean, eventually I might
Theoretically,
break
you
that
can
line,
Right.
but an arrow just shot past me.
Yes, correct.
appreciate how this roll turned out.
You seem to still be in line of sight, Fred, unless he moved. But that building corner that you saw him on still seems to be in line of sight.
I'm wondering if I should be running along rooftops, because at a certain point I'm gonna lose that building. I don't know how
but anyway.
wide the alleyways are.
You get an incredible persuasion check from Coach Rona for some reason, who told you to stay. But Irene is running off after the boys, and both of them use dash, so you're behind them, but you're on your way.
I will point out, he said stay with the group, I'm pretty sure, not just stay.
They just said
Yeah, he
stay
did
with the
say
group, but part of that role is, it's not very often Cadrono's like, hey, I need you to do something. So he's just like,
Oh boy.
Oh, shit. I forgot to roll for Kevin. Oops. Hold on.
I must not disappoint.
Well, and I'm sure that Nirja being like restrained by some vines and like next to you, it might also be somewhat influential.
Right,
Because
you're fine.
you can't.
God, everyone
Yeah.
fucked right off.
Right.
I think
I
Rylan's
see how
gonna
it
come over and talk to you. Like talk to the
All
friend.
right. Well, Kevin actually
Oh my
would have used his turn to help you, but I already passed it technically because he rolled a 21. So I'm going to say he's going to use the help action to help you break free of the bramble. So he
Okay.
just kind of grabs onto it and is trying to pull it off.
Okay.
But Irene is on her way, and Nirja, you are currently restrained. You can use your action to break free. He's helping you, so that means you get advantage on your either athletics or no, it's only athletics for this. Excuse me. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a saving throw. It's a strength saving
In
throw.
this one, the saving throw?
It's a
It is.
strength
I'm very
save.
smart. It is a strength saving throw, but you have advantage because Kevin is helping you. Oh, that's a 1. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yay!
It takes both of you, and you are yanking as hard. Like the two of you are so shocked at how much effort this takes. But thankfully, the two of you manage to just kind of wrench yourself free. And as the branches are kind of hitting the ground after you pull it apart. You're starting to notice that the woman that Valen carefully laid out is starting to kind of have branches start to kind of crawl over her limbs and her body at the moment.
When Nirja sees that, she's going to try and pull the body away, or pull like whatever is causing the branches. Like she's assuming it's like the arrow that what is it? Kemen just pulled out of her. So she's gonna try and do that so that she can try and preserve the person underneath.
Okay, you did use your action to get out, so I'm gonna say you're on your way to do that, but you can't quite do anything yet. I will also just mention, just from you being that close to it, you are seeing that it looks like the branches are just coming from beneath her. There's not like a single point that is very clearly like it's coming from this magic stone or anything like that. It just almost looks like it's unfurling from her backside.
Okay, so then, if that's the case, then she'll just be like, "Ah!" and then go to like pull her away, and
yeah,
I'm kind of hoping like Nirja will. It doesn't really make noises like that very often, so I imagine that that's kind of jarring for everybody else.
Sure, yeah. All right, no problem at all. So that happens. So that brings us to Rylando.
What's Tree Bandit doing?
Fucking forgot to roll his initiative too. I think he's kind of between the casters right now, to be honest. Like, I think he's following beside Irene, but is also like keeping an eye out for Valen at the same time. Oh, hello, kitty.
Oh, I heard that.
Nubby!
That's not ours.
Not Nubby.
Is that Florida? No, Loki.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Look at his belly.
Oh my god.
Flandy produces cat.
Produces cat. It is super effective.
No, I took them off because they were rubbing their collars, like their throats a little bad, like so their hair was disappearing.
Oh.
It wasn't too tight or anything. It just was sitting weird, so I took them off.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
why are you being terrified?
I'm apart now.
Why are you being camera shy?
Well,
Oh.
one's a pansy and the other one isn't, so that helps.
Ow!
Good God.
That is a very patient cat.
Loki. Oh, look at his look at his feet.
Feet. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
All right. So, distraction aside. Yes.
That was exciting.
You fell into my evil plan. It was me all along. I gave the bard bitch our location. He's doing a sit-up.
I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, off he goes.
All right. I feel like Riley's
Decisions are hard.
just gonna be able to read. What are we doing?
Despite getting orders from two people, he decided to not listen to either and ask what we doing.
I mean, he's technically doing one by being there.
If he says that, Valen will go with me, brother, as he's like pointing towards the direction they're supposed to go.
As he's climbing down the side of this roof, he's like over there. Continues.
Translate for Kevin. Nerja, let's go.
Kevin, we're leaving.
You did hear Nirja like yelp, and she seems to be manipulating the body in some way.
Yeah, that's Ryland's attempt to get her to leave it alone and be like, I guess the rest of his action / bonus action is be like, Rusi, go get Nerja. And,
How can I be transported against my will? Is that what's happening?
No, you have to be willing to
you have to be willing. You do, yeah.
Yeah. But it's great because she has to be touching you. So when she's trying to like touch somebody, she just kind of like swings her booty around and like hits you with her hip and is like, "We go," because she's a dog and has no hands. So you have a Rusi booty coming in your direction.
Cool.
Yeah, Ryland's just trying to keep the group together. He was told to stay with the group, and he's just
The group is moving. What do you want?
has
right.
Valen made it down the building yet?
No, he will at the start of his turn.
All right. Rylan will jump down to underneath him and get ready to catch him.
I love it.
I don't know if he can save his movement to move with him on Valen's turn or not, but like if he has any left over, but he's just like, I got you, brother.
There's a very romantic paladin at the bottom of this. Just waiting for you to fall. All right. So
He's produced a rose from his ring.
It doesn't smell good. It
Oh
disappears in
my God.
24 hours. All right. All that aside,
I love that you gave that to Karuga.
Garai, it is your turn.
Well, I believe that moving 120 feet does not get me to my destination, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm just mid-stride. I'm running.
All right, sounds good. He's taken off in that direction. From here on, the map is just going to be vague references, so I'm just going to put you over there to say that you are ahead of everybody. This is by no means accurate in terms of space. It's just so we have a general.
You know what, though?
Did you want me to do initiative, Brucey, or did you want her to act on my turn?
Are we hearing an
Yeah,
action
okay.
surge? Is this gonna be an action surge dash?
No, I
so
did. That is probably the best use of action surge in my experience because I never hit with action surges. But Garage seems to be my good rolling character of all places and times in all the campaigns I've ever played. So maybe I'll get to use it to good effect. I'm trying to decide how much if I am isolated on this bitch needs to go be dead, and I need to make that happen. And I'm gonna leave you guys behind because I can run more than you.
Oh my God.
So I think
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bonus action dash. I think I will slowly outpace you with my mobility, but not to the extent of peace.
I mean, this is the guy.
Bye.
A combination of in-character, tactical. I probably shouldn't be alone, and also I shouldn't be. Hey, I'm the guest. Fuck all y'all.
Yeah, I'm
There's a
going.
little bit of showmanship to consider, but also just from an actual character perspective. I will not do
And we
that.
do
I don't.
appreciate that. Garai. Nyong. Yeah, it's
I don't have
Drop a
a
gear and
particularly.
disappear.
Plus, I should stay within a certain. It's fine. I'm not. The long short of it, I'm not taking a second dash. That is my turn.
Okay, sounds good. But you're on your way. At the end of your turn, another arrow goes whizzing past everybody. Well, specifically
great.
you. Give me a second. Invisibility really hits or helps here. Nanners, I need another roll from your mirror image.
Are you serious?
Hold on.
Whoa.
Is he with? He's got to be with the 5 feet
He's
now.
not.
That's exactly what I needed. Let's go.
Come on.
Oh, shit. The second mirror image winks out, and again you see that kind of distortion affecting the wall there. You're still like on your way down, but 2 of them are taken out. That's the end of his little thing.
Did
Rylan's
any of
gonna
us see
end-
the arrow fly in? Because we are watching for arrows.
It's still from that same sort of vague direction. It's quite a distance away, and the problem is these arrows seem slightly invisible. Even when they hit the woman, they seem to be made of force magic, which is slightly translucent. They're not kind of physical arrows that you're watching fly through the air. So you get almost a sense more of their movement as opposed to like exactly where they're coming from.
Rylan's gonna shout,
Um,
"Leave Valen alone!"
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Here we go.
Okay.
Does he get it's Brittany bitch advantage?
What?
Why would you? What?
It's
Leave Brittany alone.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, but you said it's Brittany bitch. Anyway, no, you do not.
Anyways, take that. 17.
Okay, sounds good. Yes. I appreciate it. But you shout that as that is happening. Treebender is going to run up beside Irene and kind of lower his shoulder, seemingly ready to do a move that they've done before, which is him carry her so that she can run faster. And
Oh.
Irene, if you'd like to use your reaction, you could climb upon Treebender.
Hell yeah. Also, who's nearby?
Currently, Kodrono is probably a good like 35 or so feet ahead of you, and Garai has neumed his way off. You lost track of him. Yeah, but you are a little bit ahead of. You're not very close to Ryland or Valen, actually. I'm just going to move them ahead a little bit. Just again, vague references to where they are. But Treebender and Kodrono further up ahead.
Does she get the sense that Treebender can sense what's going on, like where the bad is?
That's hard to tell, but you can give me an insight check to see if you can
Okay, I'm gonna do.
figure out what he's doing.
I don't know.
Why did old mushroom man come out?
I don't know.
I love
He's
the orange
great.
shadow over Treebender right now.
The what shadow? Oh, the
The orange
orange.
shadow.
Yeah. It looks like he's sitting on his head, and he's
Yeah.
like.
Oryx bear.
Excuse me. But Irene, just kind of looking over Treebender. Thankfully, he's been very protective of you for a long time now, and you're really good at kind of understanding what he's attempting to do, at least. He doesn't look like he knows like a pinpoint direction, but he seems to know what direction he should go in.
Oh. She's gonna follow his leadership. He seems to have an idea in the head.
All right.
See
Sounds good.
where this ride takes her. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Not a problem. But you are on your. Okay. But you're on your way, and he is carrying you now. So just remember that you used your reaction. Not that it's gonna matter anyway. What that means? Oh, was that loud?
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, he still has his mic on. He went to the kitchen and just like threw something in the recycling, I think. So it was very loud. Sorry about that. We're learning. We're testing out new mics, and,
Yeah.
we might be doing some stupid things, and we apologize for that.
My ears.
Absolutely.
I'm just happy these mics sound way better.
Yes, I can
Good, I'm glad.
actually hear him. Oh,
Yeah,
So
and
nice.
also, well, from last week we tried other wireless mics, and Flandy was like, "I hate them," and I'm like, "I understand," but then when I watched the VOD, I was like, "Oh no, I do hate them." They don't seem bad if you're using speakers, but otherwise, anyway.
Yeah.
Long story short, it's his turn. 3 shots. Hold on 1 second.
3 shots.
3 shots.
Stop! You gonna get us drunk.
Cha.
Shots.
Everybody.
I need a strength saving throw from Garai, Valen, and Irene.
A
No.
saving throw. What?
Saving throw. You're
Strength
within
saving throw.
Ryland's
Wait, are
aura.
we not?
Valen.
How is he not within my shield?
Yeah.
Your range is 10 feet with your aura. Your shield is right next to you 5.
Get out of here! I'm
Wait.
waiting for him. How long does it take this man to climb down this damn building? Jump, release. I got you, brother. Let go. Me. Your image
I
is
just feel it
disappearing.
with shields.
I will catch
Okay,
you.
question.
God.
Do I still
Yeah.
have Kemen's bonus?
Oh shit!
Guys, there
yes,
is a
yes.
Okay.
inspiration floating around.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
God.
Yo, what
Whoa.
kind of magic this is incredible.
Does he just like ripple off his pet for him?
It hits you and you just flex and the arrow breaks. No. It hits you directly in the chest as you're going, and it's much like the others, that sort of force, but there's no damage that takes hold of you as it sinks into your chest. Instead, the branches that kind of spiraled out around you just start to do the same. And Garai, you just kind of overpower them and break them before they get a chance to even form around you. And you are not impeded at all. Irene, unfortunately, you are nearly shot off the back of Treebender. But because you're on top of him, you are now kind of forcibly attached to him. As the branches wrap around you, but kind of like lower you until you're on Treebender's back, but the branches kind of hold you on. So you're restrained, but also on your mount. So it's still kind of okay.
This is reminding me of that poor man we had attached to Reese's butt.
Yes, where you guys tied into. Yeah, that's correct. You are currently tied to Treebender, who is still running and seems very confused, but you're still there. You're all right. And Valen, even though the other... Actually, no, hold on. You still get a chance to use your mirror image because you have one left. The shot has to land, but if it doesn't land on you, then there you go. So go ahead and roll me your d20. I think now you need, what, like an 11?
Yep, an 11.
You're Yeah. This time the very last of your mirror images is taken out, and you watch as the brambles kind of pull out and attempt to lock somebody down, but it's not you, thankfully, and you are okay. But that is the.
Let's just say, for the love of God, let go.
Yeah, Valen, it is your turn.
All right. Valen will let go and land. And Ryland's waiting arms, and we'll look. He's taken 3, 4 at this point, different arrow shots to him. He should have a really good idea where this guy is, right?
I mean,
Again, I pointed right
I got
at him.
pointed. I'm getting fire at me.
no, you have a good idea. You have a good idea already. It's just
Okay.
like exactly what roof or whatever. You don't have those specifics, but you're like northeast.
I don't know exactly where he is. I can't get the building.
No,
Like,
because again, keeping it in mind, like these arrows are not fully like opacity. I almost said too much.
That dude has a 24 int. If some dude in Egypt could figure out that the Earth rotates on the sun based on the shadow, I should be able to mathematical where the arrows are hitting and be like,
you have a
there.
lot more time, and you've had 12 seconds, so it's your turn.
He's real smart. 24. I'm smarter than the smartest man that ever smarted. How are you not gonna? All right, fine.
I'm just saying, I don't think it matters smart.
By a genius.
Like if a sniper starts taking pot shots, I don't think I can tell you where the sniper came from.
Right, but
I don't have that
bullets,
experience.
like landed. It's an arrow. I would agree with you if it was
But
a
it's
bullet
gone.
and it just got destroyed on impact. But like
the arrows do.
The
yeah,
arrows
but it's like
disappear on
instant.
impact.
I see them. I recognize them. So I know. what
Like they
position
hit and then disappear though. But like it's
All right,
not
all right,
like
it's fine.
I
It's
know
cool. It's cool. I'm
exactly-
dropping it. I'm not dying on this hill. Foos just doesn't want me to fuck this dude up, and I'm mad at that. All right, so
All right, I'm on it.
within 500 feet, is there a building that lines up with what the heck I'm seeing?
Sure, there's a lot of buildings in this area though. This is a residential, like tons of rooftops in the area. It's not like he's on the clock tower, folks.
Hold on.
I'm smarter than the smartest man that ever smarted.
I mean, that should be a quote.
Yeah.
It is.
He is no, not wrong.
Lenny, you got the
All right.
Oh, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to
you
the ad
did.
quote part.
Yeah,
you
you
did that.
did.
Maya and I were on the same wavelength.
Nice.
Okay,
Amazing.
Foos.
Yes.
I need to know
Okay.
how many people can fit in a sphere.
Oh no.
Yes.
Because if
no.
two people, my plan is that we're just gonna gerbil our way over there.
The spell very clearly says a creature. I don't believe you
A
can
creature
put more
of
than one
large
person
or
in there.
smaller. Okay, so
Correct.
that's
I mean,
I don't
I would
believe-
argue that a large creature takes up 4 cubes.
yeah, that's true.
So you can
I'm
pack
like
4
half a cube.
people.
Yeah,
I would
absolutely.
also argue that right now with our princess catch, Valen and I are a creature.
Yes.
That is true. If it works for
Fucking
Princess
Jesus.
Bride, it could work here. William Golding definitely knew.
God, this is... I believe that the sphere unfortunately only Twister 3D.
Alright.
You can only put one person in there.
I mean, come on, Valen's the size of a backpack.
Okay.
You can sit
So-
on the back of Ryland. He'll be fine.
So what if I just put Ryland in it, and then we just both push? I just push from behind, and the arrows are gonna be shanking off the as we go. That works, right? That makes sense.
You should be in the sphere. You should be in the sphere. You will move faster because Ryland has long legs and more.
Dude,
AC.
I was gonna dimension door and Foos ruined the whole thing. All right, give me like 2 seconds. I gotta figure out.
We,
That was
you
gonna
can do
land
the.
right in his face.
You just gotta dimension doors up high enough to where we can fall 6 seconds and you can dimension doors again.
Yeah.
You know the general direction.
That's
So like
right,
you
all
can
over
dimension door to a rooftop in that general direction.
Yeah.
Like it you
Then we
just
can
don't know
reassess.
exactly where. So like if that's your plan, you could still do it. It's just
Yeah, but now I'm
don't know
burning
if
2
it's
forts, and I gotta kill 100 people after this. All right, fine. Well,
To be fair, he was one of our original targets.
yes, Valen's gonna mathematically try to ascertain what the best thing is, the most realistic building distance, and then dimension door Ryland with me over there.
okay. Sounds good. Give me an investigation check.
Hold on, we're going on a ride.
Is that a door? Ah!
Oh god. That is the smartest man that ever smarted.
Woo!
Smart. There you go.
Yes.
Um,
Hell yeah.
Was that high enough, Foos?
really freaking hot in here.
I do have another roll if I need it, but I don't think I do. I'm trying to be nice to
But
the
I
dice.
I was actually gonna say I think you get advantage.
I do. Okay, I'll roll again. Who's just trying
Yeah,
to
'cause
waste
of-
good rolls. I'm just I knew it was gonna be a good one. She knew it too. She's trying, now the next one's gonna be a 3.
Well, you get advantage because of your halo, Nenners. Don't forget.
I know. I was trying to ration the
Sure,
good
no, with a 30, the two of you kind of bamf out of the space. Which, Riley, I don't know if you've ever had the joy of going through the dimension door with him.
Oh, yeah,
this
plenty
is,
of times.
He's been
Yeah,
through
this
doing
is
stuff.
standard
He's never
MMO.
been
Okay, good,
princess
good.
carrying him.
Yeah.
I always could remember something else happening. So yeah,
We were getting
we
chewed
go
on, and I
through-
dimension doored us both out of there.
So
How could I forget?
you can imagine like Rylan stepping through like bride and groom.
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty much.
But it's a magical door, so it glitters too.
Oh my god, did I knock Valen's head against the magical door frame?
Just
I honestly figured that you put the door like beneath Rylan, so you're like, we're going on a ride, and he's like, huh? And you do both just like sink down into it.
It's just rude, is what it is. Here I am, not dashing a second time to keep the group kind of almost together. Then you just fuck 500.
I've
feet.
taken
Gone.
4 arrows in the last round alone. I can't afford to keep casting these damn mirror images.
Right, baby.
Riley,
Wear armor.
I was just like, I was told to stay with the group. I guess we're the group.
He is the group.
I guess Valen's the group. Here we are. But
He
you
was the
two,
group. He got...
I love it because Irene's on the horse, like face is burning fur.
Oh,
it's really good.
boy.
Everything's fine. But yes, you, the two of you disappear into the dimension door. And Garai, from your angle, the way you were sort of running, they look pretty close. Not exactly on the roof, but pretty close. Maybe like a roof or two off. It's a little hard to tell from the running that you're currently doing, but they seem pretty close. So that was your action. I don't know if you had a bonus action in mind that you wanted
I
to
have
do.
see and viz on my glasses.
Valen.
Do I see any skinny bow bitches in the distance?
Hold
Hold
on
up.
1 second.
Move yourself.
This
Tell
guy,
me what to
I
do.
hope we do not catch him.
Move yourself.
Get up here.
We
I'll try.
have a history with these types of bow users.
Foos,
Oh my God.
give me Valen's character sheet so I can move him.
I already moved
No,
myself. Stop
he
yelling.
just moved. Don't yell at him. Yeah, exactly. Oh, actually, well, on Ryland's turn, we did have Rusi kind of butt touch Nirja to teleport her. Would you willingly be teleported, or would you stay behind?
She didn't have to teleport right now, too. She could wait to see her response. Like if she sees, I'm sure if
Well,
Rusi
she
sees
would-
her frantically. Yeah.
Exactly. Like she would like touch her and then like wait to see what's going on. If she says no, then Rusi's just gonna stay there. But
She's just
because-
touching you with her butt.
Yeah. So then the question is, does Nirja understand what that means?
yes,
and
you've seen many times where
many times.
Rusi-
Okay.
Yeah. Not necessarily
heard-
to you always, but you've seen her do it to others as
Yeah.
well. Like
Okay.
if she's touching someone, she has intention.
You
Okay.
also heard Ryland tell her.
Okay. So she's just gonna try to decide between the body and Rusi, and realizing that Rusi obviously does take precedence. She's gonna say okay, and then she just says okay.
How didn't you know I was warm? No, you can close that. That's okay. And Dub just
Princess
puts
I just thought we were doing a
You are
commercial.
Fabulous.
Yeah, Princess Herring is perfect. I was gonna say like your
Oh,
Maybelline
Princess
commercially.
We're ready. All right, here we go. I'm gonna look
Oh,
like this.
is
there's a
amazing. I
little bit
love
of
it.
wind noise in the mic though.
Oh yeah, I meant actually we have wind guards. Hold on. I don't know if it'll work very well. I don't know where it is. It's in the case.
It's in there, case, yeah.
It's in the case. Is it
Oh,
in
it's
the-
in here, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. These
I
things
don't-
came with fuzzy guards, and I was like, I don't think we need them. Anyway, sorry.
I like this normally. I don't know if I like this as you as the DM in this crazy scenario right now. It's making you look extra evil.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Don't worry.
Everything is
Hold on.
fine.
Everything's
Why
fine.
do you say that? That's a lie. You've
Look,
said
it's got a
that
little
so
fuzz
many
on it now.
times. It is
That
See,
is
it's
definitely a
adorable.
lie.
Everything is fine. Don't
It's
panic.
not. I don't think that it is.
It feels really nice though. It's a
I'm
hair
not gonna
commercial.
panic. I'm gonna fuck up bitches. All right. Anyway.
Thank you, babe. All right. So, were you taking it, or you were just trying to find out if you were going to the teleport?
Me? Oh, I no. I said that Nirja would say okay to
Okay.
not
so she would
not
teleport
as
you. So
enthusiastic. All right.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
she would teleport me.
that's fine. She'd be teleporting you in that general direction, so you wouldn't be there either. Because the part of that also, the reason I was asking is because it's Kevin's turn. If
Yeah.
you were still standing there,
I'm
like
still mine.
no.
You didn't tell me if I didn't see him. I got my movement. Stop trying to get me now. I'm gonna beat
I
this
know,
boy's
no,
ass. Food.
that
Don't
is-
try to stop him.
That is why you're in.
With you do have see invisibility on. It's
I
not
do.
something that I have ignored. You cannot see him right now. You would probably need an action to a perception check. Pardon me. It doesn't need to be
All
by
right,
midnight. It's okay.
All right, fine.
But yeah, at the moment you don't see anything.
I'm a stew in my own juices. I see what you're doing though.
I'm a stew in my own juices.
You're right though. I apologize. I should have said something. And hello,
You're fine.
Vancouver by night.
It's all good. I'm just being an ass. You're fine.
It's a spicy night. I love it.
Yep.
This is great.
The night of the
Kevin's
night.
turn. At the start of his turn, he is going to use his teleport, which only is 30 feet. So he's gonna, Mirja, as you kind of land with Rusi a little bit ahead, you hear kind of the vague sound of plate mail running behind you. And as you turn in time, you see that Kevin's just running and looks past you and is like, that way, as like broken common as he can. But he runs past you a little bit just because Rusi can teleport you 40 feet. He can teleport 30 and then run an extra 30, 40? What's his movement? 30. Yeah, so he's running off
Okay.
in that general direction. But that is his turn in this cookie chaos.
Cookie
Quadrano, you
chaos.
are up. Hold on a sec. Actually, sorry, before your turn, another arrow is loose.
Fuck off.
Um,
No. I don't want it.
Well, you know what? This time you're in range of your buddy. Ryland, well, actually, wait. For your interception, do you need to be able to see it?
Oh boy.
'Cause if
Not
you-
me. He's
My-
got blind
my
fighting. He
persuasion
just sees
works.
that.
Yeah.
What? Do you need to see? That you can see hits a target. When a creature you can see, you cannot see this creature right now.
How do you know I can't see him?
Because you can't see
I got
him.
a whole ass 11 passive perception. Come on now.
Listen, I know my teammate rolled a 25 before to see him, but I got a hot 11.
Yeah, but we are investigation 30 closer now, so we gotta be pretty damn on the money.
Yeah. You see an arrow hit Valen in the back. Valen. I will need
I'm gonna burn my reaction to fucking investigate that bitch. Where it came from? Let me. Oh!
So, Valen has been shot 4 times.
Five.
Oh, 5?
5 now.
How many times were you
5
shot
now.
in the fight before this one?
A lot.
About the same. 2 or 3. The one right before this one. Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah.
Please
shot
don't
a
see
bunch
this
of times.
bitch.
You. The spice. Okay, you get shot. Valen, I need a
course.
strength saving throw from you.
Another
You are-
strength saving throw. I'm
You need
so
another
good
strength
at
saving
the
throw.
wizard.
You are
All right, got
also still in his range, or your paladin's range.
Jeez.
See, that should have been a 19, but you made me roll
Yeah,
again.
you
And now
have
it's 3.
inspiration.
No,
Oh no, you
it's okay.
don't. Ryland does.
I don't have inspiration.
Take
Oh,
that.
shit.
Fuck your arrow.
Let's go!
Rylan starts talking to the vines. This is not the Valen you want.
This is not the villain you were looking for.
Another explosion of branches that was looking like it was going to fuse the two of you together, pretty much. But as it kind of starts wrapping around Valen, who is just in no position to defend himself, Ryland, you instead just like get the fuck out of here, and thankfully you dismantle it before it manages to kind of encapsulate the two of you.
Before we go anywhere, does Valen recognize that as a spell?
Ooh. You can use your Arcana as your reaction to be like, what is this shit?
That's my reaction. You might have to counterspell a bow bard. Probably not. He just keeps shooting everybody.
This is not bad. If it's a spell, it's certainly not one that you've seen before or heard of.
But
We
would
have
like
absolutely
have
seen it
magical.
before. What are you
yeah,
talking
you have seen it. What'd you say?
But is magic based?
It does seem to be magic based, yes.
Okay.
And you have seen it before, as I was saying, to make sure, like, you have seen it before. It's just like as a spell itself, you're like, I don't necessarily know if I know what this is.
Yeah, he's not trying to identify if it's a spell he knows, just if it's a spell. Yeah.
It is a magic effect. I don't know if you know specifically if it's a spell. Okay, Coltrono, it's your turn. Everybody's running.
We're still running.
Everybody's running.
Oh, we're still running.
Yes.
Do we see the thing?
I would say that you actually did see Ryland and Valen pop up on a roof in the general direction that you're going in. So they're there, and then you watched as branches came out for a second, but they seem to deflect it in some way. But that's kind of what you're getting. You still don't see a target.
Run next to Garai then.
All right, so yeah, you can keep up because he didn't dash or bonus action dash this time, so you're not keeping up because his movement's a little more than you, but you're behind, which is fine. Okay, which brings us to Irene, who's currently restrained to Treebender. If you'd like, you could use your action to try and break it, but if not, you are restrained and being carried along by Treebender.
I could use
very
my action, but what if instead? If she aims her Misty Step so it can pop up slightly ahead and then land on
Treebender?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you can do that. You are kind of judging his speed, and he's going to be a little confused when your body is not on his back for just a second. So give me just a quick, I don't know, insight, just to see if you could kind of like, I don't know, almost communicate with him that that's the plan. Like, don't panic, please. Everything's fine. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Or animal handling. I don't know if that's better for you. Insight or animal handling.
Hey, did you get what was your thing for your tea?
Oh yeah, there's a boon / buff from the Ryland's flower tea. It was from a few weeks ago. Hold on.
Oh,
I hope you wrote that down because that's individual teach character.
It is. I know
Most
mine.
of us got survival. Most of us, but Irene got something different. It was with animal handling, though, I think.
Jeez!
I think I did write that down. Sure.
I didn't write down who got what. I think you might have gotten it though. I think Cadrona got the passive perception.
From way back.
You hit us with a question reference that makes me feel like it's Legacy right now. This was at least half of Legacy last night.
It really was. And like any kind of these buffs, like you guys need to make sure you write them down because I am not going to keep track of that. That's up to you guys.
I think I feel like I wrote it down and just need to.
It's in the old chat. Oh shit.
It is, yeah. You'd have to scroll back.
Okay. Irene has advantage on animal handling checks for 4 hours. I found it.
There you go. Good job, Bogley. So yes, you can roll your animal handling at advantage if you'd like, or a flat roll.
You're way faster than me.
I went back in the chat and did Control F.
Oh.
Let's go.
There you go.
Bogley is the bestest.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bogley.
Jono's. Oh, sorry.
You have smart.
You have smart.
I drank a lot of tea. A lot of it.
Okay. You do manage to obviously do your Misty Step and kind of like gauge where he would be. But he kind of doesn't quite get it. Like he gets your teleporting, but he must have thought that you were like, you know, gonna teleport like next to him physically. So he like full on stops, and when you land on like the back of his neck. So you give me a quick like acrobatics to see if you can stick the landing or kind of like fall off the side of him.
I feel like you're just in troll mode with everything you're doing to us right now.
That is hilarious. He's mid-run.
Acrobatics.
Nice. Oh well, you
I don't know why.
Person, but either way, that's fine. No, you managed to kind of keep yourself on his back, and you watch as the branches kind of still seem to stay there, vaguely in the shape of what your body was kind of pinned against Treebender. But you're currently back on him. And you have your action, and your movement is currently Treebender, but You have your action if you would like.
Yeah, I'm trying not to burn too many spells on this. Treebender still kind of knows where he's going, though, right?
Yes. He seems
She's
to,
going to hold her action in case one of us catches up to him and reveals him to pretty much firebolt immediately when he's in view.
Not a problem. So you're holding the firebolt, which brings us to Nirja, who is freshly teleported from a cruise.
Okay.
Is that fuzzy thing helping out?
Huh?
Is that fuzzy thing working?
I think so, right? Are you guys hearing the wind at all?
No.
No.
That seems like it's working, yeah.
Okay. So Rusi's not going to teleport again, I'm assuming, and we're on the roofs and not in the alleyways, right?
No, you're on the alleyway now. And she can teleport. You just would have to wait for her turn. And you also know that like she can run a decent amount of way. And teleport.
Yeah,
you
she'd be able to catch up to you for sure, unless she like dashed.
Okay, and
yeah, if you dash, you're not running.
Okay, and Kemen is also in the alleyway too, right?
Yeah, he's further up ahead.
Man, I wish we were still on the roofs, because then, all right.
You can go back to the roof if you want, or like climb another roof if you wanted.
Yeah. Let's see. Well then it'll still be hard to see where he is. So she's just gonna follow the group, and she's gonna use her movement and then action to do the extra movement.
Okay. So you're gonna pass Kemen a little bit just from this speed, essentially, because he passed just a little bit. So you're running off ahead, which is totally fine.
Yeah, and I used my action surge. Yes, I did. Okay.
Okay, great. Sorry, I already moved ahead. I apologize, but you're good.
Okay. No.
Which brings us to Ryland, who is carrying Valen essentially. And you watched him get shot from another rooftop. It looks like maybe 2 rooftops away from where you guys are.
Do I see anyone who looks like a bitch?
You do not see anyone with your naked eyes.
Depends. Is there a mirror? Oh, unnecessary slam. I'm sorry.
There's just a big mirror on this roof.
How far away is that rooftop that it looks like it may have come from?
Maybe like 50 feet away.
I don't think I can.
Get into the music.
It's good music.
I'm familiar with his bow, right? I would say I've seen his bow quite a few times.
You've seen it once, no, twice-ish.
What? The worst. Like, it was a long night, though. He's not gonna forget.
Yeah.
There was a lot of.
Yeah.
That's a traumatic night.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it depends. Yeah, you could do that, of course. I thought you were like, I'm gonna draw it from memory, like that. You can't do. But
I'm just gonna draw. Hold on.
In the middle of this.
I must draw the scene.
Yes. Yeah. If you cast this, you get a bead on exactly where he is. It is roughly 60 feet away.
That was an action spell. I can't bonus action shit, I don't think. Because I cast a spell. Bonus act. Wait, what'd you say?
I'm saying thank you because we have these like cheesy button snacks that are like mixed snacks, and they have like a bunch of kind of like almost like Cheez-It kind of things in there. But they have like breadsticks, and they also have pretzels. And every time we get them, I just steal all the pretzels, and poor Dove doesn't get any pretzels. So he's eating them right now, and he's special delivering me just the pretzels. So I'm like, thank you.
Amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. That's what I'm eating every now and then. What are you doing?
He's gonna bonus action point out or try to zero in where the dude is with Valen. So if he can see, like, can he see anything now that he has the bead, or is it still invisible?
Still invisible.
All right, he'll like bonus action tell it. I use locate object. It's that way. 60 feet.
Understood.
What are our
Valen's very
orders?
excited. If you think you can get there safely, great. If not, I have an idea.
Hey, close will
moving
do
with
in
me?
horseshoes, hand grenades, and fireball.
Fireball. That's awesome. All right, so that happens. Are you moving or doing anything else?
Would he be able to? I don't know how if this counts as holding your action or not, but would he able to wait to move with Valen so he's like still able to protect with him? Or
The unfortunate thing is you can't hold
Yeah.
movement. It's only holding actions. So unfortunately, you'd have to decide to move now or later.
it's just, you good?
Yes.
Question mark?
You got this. Go.
Start running.
All right. So he's about 60 feet away, so that means you can probably bridge the gap and make it 30 feet. There is a gap between these houses, but they are kind of closer together, so I'm not going to need an athletics check from you because
Oh,
you're a strong
can
boy.
I cheese some of that jump run in the distance?
No,
Get a
no,
little
you
bit
cannot.
closer? Come on.
Oh no!
My man.
I'm giving you,
Good stuff,
I'm giving
man.
you
Good
some
stuff.
slack already. Get that cheese ready, baby. We're good to go. All right, so I was gonna put the cheese. Thank you, Mogli. That brings us back to the top of the round. And I actually think that we should probably take our break here.
Okay.
Just because we're about 2 hours in. So
just gonna
I'm
ask-
going to.
I was gonna say Rusi's gonna help whoever needs the most help
Oh,
as far as moving forward.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Correct.
roll for her. I'm just gonna put her the same number as me so we don't forget. But
Yeah, that's fine. Which is 1.
yep, look at
Oh,
that.
she rolled so
Look
much
at
better
that.
than you. Oh,
She's
man.
amazing.
She's great. She's great. All right. So we're gonna take our break. I'm gonna round up a little bit because we usually take a break for 10 minutes, and we usually suck at that. So I'm gonna say it's 10:30. So let's be back at 10:40. But we'll be back in a bit to finish this up. Bye. do we keep starting on 5?
I don't know.
Oh my god, we're back! Hello!
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's help. Thank you, Landy, for remembering what our commands are. Because, yeah. We're still in the middle of making some of those, so if you have suggestions or anything, let us know. What the Menace? I hate that picture so much. He just posted something in Discord and I hate it. So other than that, we're back.
It's from Destiny.
I know where it's from. It doesn't make it back. Okay, so
Mission
we're
amazing.
picking back up with the Preventers, who seem to be under attack by, as Netters loves to call him, the Bowbard bitch. Ryland and Valen have been dimension doored close to him. The rest of the team is kind of attempting to close the distance through various methods, essentially. So, with everybody kind of running, various people are in various different places, and we're going to hop back into the top of the round, which is Garai, who has seen them port onto the roof, which is relatively close, but not quite where he is. And you have closed the distance by a decent amount, so you probably have another, like, what, 200 feet or so?
That's my math says I got 200 feet to go.
Yeah, okay, that's where my brain was, so...
I'm just looking at this.
200 feet.
I'm just, son of a bitch. I slowed down specifically, and then I'm just going to, for real, dash again. Dash again.
Okay, so is that 120 feet for you?
Yeah. So...
Okay.
Now I gotta do math, because that'll put me 120 feet. That'll put me 80 feet away.
Correct.
Which means the next turn I could bonus action dash and get there. I don't think the action economy works out perfectly for me either way. No, I'm gonna wait and hold off until I'm closer. I'm gonna dash twice and I'm done.
Right, you're double dashing. You're
Double
way
dash.
There. At the end of your turn, he gets another shot. So hold on 1 second. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and dash again. Oh my god, it's been a long time.
Off and dash
Shouldn't have left you.
You don't succeed.
Ryland, what is your AC?
35.
It is.
No.
Yes, that is.
I don't believe it is.
Foos, I'm 30 feet from this motherfucker, staring him down. How do I not see the roll? It is 23.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you are, so that's exactly your AC then. I will need
+1. Because reasons.
Because you have Oryx duct tape to the side of your shoulder.
I need a wisdom saving throw from you as one of the hits you in the center of your chest.
You're a paladin. You got wisdom, right?
He does.
I was
My
like, I don't know
man.
why he's crying. His wisdom saves is pretty good.
Because I thought I was in someone else.
You know what's funny is you made the wisdom save.
Let's
thing.
go. Yeah, you're not
You
wrong.
usually make when you're up to no good, but you made it for this too. I feel like it's just wisdom saves in general for you to make you make
Mhm.
this.
Let's go.
No, here
brother.
it goes.
Let's go.
Arrow hits you in the chest, and again, no damage. But you feel an attempt to shake your spell loose, kind of run through your chest for a second, but you will it all. And thankfully, it doesn't seem to bother your concentration at all. That's his little thing. It's the end of Dry's turn.
No visual confirmation of shit, just a bam, hit in the chest.
Just you got hit in the chest. It was in the direction you're going in, correct? But that's
This bitch.
you're not seeing anyone.
This bitch.
This bitch. Just the cacophonies of this bitch. Oh my god. Okay. So with that,
I do want to say, like, if I'm being too cheesy, just let me know. For those of you who are watching, like, there's no real animosity here. It's totally for fun. We're all having a good time, I hope.
Don't listen, they hate each other.
So,
Shut up, Joe.
Valen may need to abandon the anti-mob field for a second and just work on the anti-bitch field.
Yeah.
I need arrow repellent. Like, just spray it on.
It's called armor. Armor is arrow.
No, it's
repellent.
not. Have you seen the arrow? It just hit our paladin with 20. A paladin got hit. You think a wizard has a chance? It's not armor.
I'm just saying.
She's out of
people
pocket.
I know for sure have armor.
Pocket.
Are me
Give
and
me
the
the other
paladin,
2 shots. I
neither
know
one
they're
of
coming
us
at me, Fuse. Come on, let's go. We got to
had
save
any
this.
problem with
it's one shot. That is relax. It's okay. Calm down.
I'm trying to act like I don't know I'm about to get shot.
That was losing. Lennis is losing his whole mind. And yes, as Flighty said, we're having a good time. Don't mind our shenanigans and our cheese. Intense amounts of cheese. Truebender is running with Irene on his back/shoulders because the vines are still kind of on his back, but they don't seem to be restraining him. They just kind of seem to be attempting to wrap around the target that was once there. But he's just hauling, so with you on his back and he's dashing. The two of you are probably going to also, I'm just going to say, everyone keep in mind how far you are roughly. Garai knows that he is about 80 feet away. And Irene with you on Truebender's back and running your ass over there. You guys are about, I believe, about 280 feet away, if I was doing the math correctly, from you running. So
that's a whole lot of feet.
It is a whole lot of feet. You started at 450. You are running. Or he's running. So he's closing the distance. And that's his action and movement. Which brings us to the guy you're currently fighting.
Don't act like we don't know who he is.
You don't know. You don't know his name.
It's bitch.
I want you to know. Also, I have to call out. I have to call out Vogly. Look at this awesome mug she gave me. It says Tiefling. And it's
yes.
getting thrown at the man. It's funny.
Yay!
We're still trying to overshadow Wagner's greatness with that. It's so rare we get
They
on
were,
board with it.
hey,
It
they're
was great.
both great. Okay, I need to
exactly.
I need to spread the love of tea and
They are great. But it's so rare we get Wagner on board with the shenanigans.
Yes. They came from nowhere.
Running and running.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes! Who posted?
So, he is in front of you, roughly 30 feet or so. And as you're kind of closing the distance and that arrow hits you in the chest, attempting to kind of disrupt your cast, but it remains. Still remains invisible, but you do hear a voice coming from that general direction. It's nice to see you again. But I think I'll be on my way. Message served. And Ryland, I imagine you would attempt, so I'm going to need a perception check at disadvantage as he attempts to move. I know you have your location on. I know you have that.
I have my location. I have my owl. Does that help? Does it even it out?
Yeah, that'd be flat.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go.
Don't be dookie.
Who else had the insert?
Oh, I was on it. Just so you know. This felt important. Problem is, I can only roll well for Garai.
Oh my god.
Guys, it's okay. The DC has to be low, right? Like
DC's like 14. He's not that good at running.
It's great.
Wait,
but
Foos.
Well, all right. Everyone's
Don't
hitting
I
with
get a
you. Let's
birthday
go.
inspiration?
What'd you say?
Don't I get a birthday inspiration?
It ain't your
It's not
birthday yet.
birthday yet, girl.
It will be in an hour and 10.
You trying to burn that shit before you even get it? Get out of here. Hold on to that shit.
Wow.
Did you hear
Plus,
about
everybody-
his name is Bitch.
everybody-
We need to get him.
Everybody wish Maya a happy early birthday. She's
Hey,
amazing.
it's her
Maya.
birthday in Nova
Birthday.
Scotia. That counts, right?
In Nova Scotia.
Actually, yeah. If I get my dad on the
birthday in
phone,
Ireland. Her birthday
he's
is already in
on the
Ireland.
opposite side of the world. It's her birthday.
I was trying to
right
stay on the
now.
continent, you know?
I'll get someone to confirm it's her birthday.
Oh shit! Yes.
I just need you to answer and tell me what day it is.
tell me the date where you are, Dad.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
gonna say the timeline doesn't work out, but I forgot. It's late for me. It's early for him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so happy birthday to our lovely Maya. We love her very much. But unfortunately,
Absolutely.
it's not your birthday. And the best is Maya is an hour behind us, so it's even further away from your birthday for you
No,
than it is for us.
wait, hold on. You can't pull that card because Joe says that his time zone is real. Is the real time zone.
I was just gonna defend you in the same way. This is real people time.
Yeah.
Okay, cheese aside, unfortunately, you don't have your birthday inspiration yet, so you do not have that inspiration to use.
We just want to spot a bitch, Foos.
I
We
understand.
just want to spot a bitch.
I mean, I spotted him immediately. Y'all are
I
bad.
mean, listen, I baited him by calling him a coward. I don't see why you couldn't try persuasion again.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's all right.
Okay, so
We'll get there.
with all of this happening, everybody's sort of trying to convene on that spot. Ryland, you get that message before your location spell is the bead that you have on him. And within it, does it tell you exactly the distance that you know? Like, you know exactly the distance each time? Or, because I assume you did, but now I'm realizing I should probably know. You can sense its location, so long as it's within 1,000. So I think you kind of do know the distance. Not like I don't think you would be like, by the way, it's 135 feet, but you would know, like, the spot. Like, I would say you kind of roughly would be able to guess. But within an instant, you feel that he jumps from the 30-ish feet that he was in front of you to well over 500 feet away from you. Still within your 1,000-foot radius, but seems to
same direction or
sight. Oh yes, because you would know what direction it is going in. No, from the direction that he's going in, not quite opposite, but okay, you're here and he's here, and all your friends are behind you over here. He seemed to go far down south instead.
So is he going closer to the friends, or is he like kind of sidestepping?
Seems to be sidestepping.
All right. Another question. So he was saying shit.
Yes.
Could I have potentially like? Well, no, that would have been wrong. Nope. I can. Okay, never mind. I broke my own cheese. He's just he'll alert the crew as best he can, and I don't remember if it's Nerja or the notes say Irene has it, but I think Nerja currently has it. The earrings of Communicado. So he'll be using that as well, but he'll just be like, he just teleported further away that direction, and whatever cardinal directions that would be for the crew.
This team is just like points.
He'd say east, south, west. What I don't know what direction it is in relation to us. I'm assuming it's what, eastish, southeastish. I don't know which direction we're heading.
Based on where you guys are, he is going. Actually, yes, southeastish. Actually, correct. You are correct. It is southeastish.
Is that towards the slavers?
No, it's Ryland, Valen, and Irene who have the ear ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Irene, you heard it through your connection, and then everybody else who heard it from my loud voice. That's it.
Irene again is gonna be like, yeah, what building?
Southeast.
He doesn't know. She doesn't know. All right. I know you're making the face.
I was really close to him, but I still couldn't see him.
What building? Southeast. Oh God! That's all the information I have. So, with that, you still have your.
You still got his son. I don't.
You still have your locate spell going off, and that's the end of his turn. But because you're kind of not in direct range, I will say that like we're kind of breaking initiative right now for like the team to kind of do what they want, and I will update Flandy as your location spell will update as well.
He's doing the dog thing where he's just like ping.
That way, it's over there. Yeah, but. That being said, everyone's kind of like running in this general direction. But did you say it out loud too, or was it only through the? Like, did you shout?
He was saying
like
out loud.
He left,
yeah, he was shouting, and he would be pushing whatever button or thinking about it. Like, go through it. So poor Irene probably got it ridiculously loud.
Yeah.
I don't know if it filters volume or not.
She's just on 3 minutes.
Yeah.
What are we yelling?
Much to Irene's benefit, it does filter sound. If you shout in it, she does not get blasted.
And
neither does Valen because he's close. So, anyway, you guys are all sort of running in that general direction, and Ryland has made it clear that he has seemingly disappeared. But I will leave it up to you guys as to what you would like to do.
All right, Valen, we got to start carrying. You know when people get mad at people for wearing real furs and how they put ink on it? We just need to start carrying vials of that shit so we can just start flinging it with magic bitches around. And
we could find him. I can cast a spell to help find him, and I can probably catch him. I can only bring one of us.
It's that way. It's up there.
Do we want to go?
I mean, he's probably gonna do it again.
I have spell slots. I just don't think our teammates are going to get here in time. It didn't go great last time we fought him, and we had another person.
I mean, they'll get there eventually, I guess.
So are we doing this?
It's on the list.
And with that last, as he's saying list, Valen just kind of opens his arms and casts polymorph as he turns into a giant eagle and grabs Ryland.
Oh
no!
Here we
My
go.
God.
It's the reverse.
Where are we going?
He's like, I don't trust you.
Like it's a giant eagle scream. Give me. Where am I going?
Ryland will hop on and through our wonderful, beautiful connection, he's just gonna guide him around and like tug on his feathers a little bit more that way, a little bit. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, I guess Irene hears this too, and she's just like, "Why are you talking like that?"
There are 0 people who missed the wizard turning into a giant eagle, screeching out loud, and then picking up his 7-foot green paladin and flying off into the distance. Everyone is aware of what has just happened. It is by no means a mystery. So I'm just going to say that you guys are currently doing some shenanigans. The rest of you, like I said, have witnessed this and are roughly within 100 or so feet of each other, sort of winding between these alleyways, but it's not too hard for you guys to either see each other or communicate or whatever you'd like to do. But Ryland and Valen are currently flying.
Is Kodrono just like not shaking his head in bad disapproval?
I feel like so. I think you're getting the face that he's making right now.
I don't. Okay.
I told him to stay with the group.
We are now very much splitting the group in many different ways. This is bad.
Yeah. The rest of you who are running, like you can communicate with each other. But you watch them leave, essentially.
In their defense.
In their defense, eagle sounds.
Yeah.
Patriotic screeching.
Oh no.
Ryland drapes the great eagle in the American flag as they pursue the archer.
So with my earring, do I think a giant eagle now, or can I communicate with giant eagle intelligence to?
The beauty of polymorph is you are that creature, so you have giant eagle intelligence.
Yeah, but can I? Do I think a giant eagle?
The giant eagle
okay.
can't speak common.
It's okay, Nutters.
Yeah. Giant eagle can speak giant eagle, though. It's an actual language.
It's a language, yeah.
I forgot about that. Then yeah, I suppose it would.
Yeah, you can speak giant eagle
Okay.
through the
We
earring.
can still limitedly communicate.
In which case, like you genuinely just start screeching through the through the earrings.
But screeching with purpose.
Wait, no, actually, your magic items don't work. So your earring, would not, you don't have an earring. You don't even have ears. You're an eagle. You don't have any of your magic items. You don't have to use that.
Damn, you got me.
But I don't need it though, because I can still speak to Leaf, right? Beast and Leaf.
Well,
whatever it's
Ryland's
called.
right there.
Yeah,
I can understand the meaning of your words.
communicate in a limited manner.
Yes.
Can I ask him if he has a mace he doesn't want?
Well, hold on. He can talk to you. It doesn't give him the ability to understand you.
Exactly.
You don't understand giant eagle? All right, let's work on
No.
that. We're good.
Wait,
Correct.
how do you learn
No,
this?
he can. So he can understand the meanings of my words. I just can't
Correct.
understand him.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you can't ask him if he has a spare mace if you can't understand it. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to you two. You two dinglings are in the air.
I'm just like,
We're the heroes. Foos. Get
I'm
out.
start passing him spears. Here's a spear. Here's a spear.
I love this so very much. I think who was in the tail end of this group? I think it was
Kemen. Kemen and me.
Kemen and Nerja and Lucy.
Kemen and Yurja, yeah, because Kemen would be running after that, and yeah, okay.
Wow. You are.
So I would say Kemen and Yurja the two of you start hearing kind of many armored footsteps kind of running in your general direction. They seem to be more towards the alley that you had just come from, as opposed to where you were currently running. But Nirja, if you kind of take a second to turn around, you do recognize that Kanja, the guard captain, seems to be kind of catching up with the mess. And right when she kind of hits an opening in the alleyway where you were running and where she happens to be, you kind of like recognize her. You see her sort of looking off towards the rooftop where you guys were, and looks a little perplexed. But is arriving at that scene behind you.
Oh shit.
Okay. So Nirja is
what? Sorry, Nubs is settling on Dubs. Oh no, he's not. Hello. What are you doing, buddy? He's walking around. Okay. Hi. What are you doing? Right, I thought he was gonna hop on Dubs, and then he didn't. So that was.
Okay. So she's so Nirja's gonna quickly say, the Bowman shot our hostage running after Bowman, and she's gonna start running that way. You can follow me. And then
you see her eyes kind of like go wide and look at you, like looks very confused and frustrated, and seems to shout a few commands as she seems to have come with about 7 or 8 other armed guards, but seems to be kind of communicating with them currently. But you, like I said, you watch the giant eagle, which you also know that on your feet you have no hope of keeping up with. Are you still running in their direction, or are you running towards the roof? Like, where are you headed now?
Nirja is just gonna run towards the rest of the group because she knows that it's just a bad thing to split up. We didn't have a great time the last time, so she's gonna try and catch up as much as possible.
Okay, which is not hard, unless Garai and a treebender would have like halted in his steps for sure. Just like, I don't know where the hell I'm going now. But Garai, seeing all this happen, where would you?
I mean, my instinct is to run after them, but I can't keep up with an eagle, and I don't know where I'm going now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there just an inanimate object that I can break? I'd like to break something. I'm not happy.
Yeah, there's plenty of pots and barrels in this alleyway.
Cool. I'm just gonna take a second to vent.
I kind of love that. They fly off, and then it's just like, that guy's over here, follow us! And then like crashing sounds in the distance as Garai's taking his anger out on the nearby inanimate objects.
That's amazing.
Irene, is there anything you're doing? Treebender has come to a stop.
What's Treebender doing?
He has come to a stop and looks confused.
He has come to the stop. I see. However, we are having the problem of Eagle Man.
Yes.
And we can clearly see where they're going, right?
Yes. Very, very quickly, but you can see their direction, yes. Hey, buddy.
All those lectures that Valen gives about like not splitting the group are just echoing in our head as he flies off as an eagle.
In Valen's defense, he never said don't split up, he just said don't go alone. His defense was always no one can ever be alone.
Also in his defense, he's giant.
Get out of here, Foos.
Dennis, I'm curious. What's your int right now as a giant eagle?
I think it's 8. Hold on.
I think it's 8.
As much as your strength.
Oh, it is 8. You're as smart as Kevin without your help.
Without your help.
And when the two of you are together, you get the bonuses. That's he gets bonus stands. Yeah, Kevin is as smart as a giant eagle. Anyway.
Yes. Okay. So
hey, he understands common. So I can speak to him anyways. I can like kind of understand what he's saying. That's about it.
No, again, you can communicate to him and he understands everything you're saying. He can't communicate to you, is what it is. You're still in the same spot. It doesn't matter.
I can get limited communication. I can get limited
He's
stuff.
already been here.
He's currently flying. Also, shut up. Irene, it's your turn. I love you, Sandy. I love you very much. I'm trying to let Irene have her moment.
Did you get it all out of your system?
No.
Please continue.
Did we get the origami icon yet? Or the origami?
We need the origami icon.
Amazing.
Yeah.
My papa. Let's go.
It's her birthday. You be nice.
It's not her birthday.
Singapore.
Go ahead. Continue. I will. I will mute Flandy if he talks.
Or specifically, it's her birthday. Nowhere else.
Irene doesn't want to, but considering the outcome of the last time they tried to eagle this man, she is going to dimension door. Well, first she's going to communicate to Treebender that she's about to do that as best she can, and we're about to do the teleport. I know it's weird, and then
I will. Well, you can't take Treebender with you.
No,
they have to be the same size, and Treebender is not.
He is
a
like
medium creature. He a big boy.
Oh no. That ruins my whole plan. Is there anybody?
There's a very angry human, like 80 or so feet ahead of you. If you wanted, you could attempt to close the distance. And
oh, she's gonna try to close the distance and be like, "Don't break stuff, break him." Try to dimension door him over to where the eagle seems to be heading. She's trying to figure out their destination.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just seeing the direction they're going in, you can guesstimate. Are you going for rooftop, or are you going to try and like stay in alleyway, like on the ground or whatever? That's essentially like.
Well, the problem with rooftop is they would have to keep jumping them, and they have no idea where he is. And also, So she's gonna go by ground until she understands where exactly it is.
Okay, so you're going 500 feet in that general direction. All right, sounds good. So you guys are. I'm just making sure I have you right in my head. All right, so Garai, I imagine you don't fight off the sorceress who is telling you not to.
No. If someone's got a magical way of getting me back within range of this asshole, then yeah, let's do it.
We're going. Let's go. We're going. All right. So you guys poured over. All right. So you're going to be a little bit closer. Nirja, you watched as Irene was like, "What's happening?" Dismounts from Treebender, catches up with Garai, and the two of them dimension door out. Which leaves Kodrono, Treebender, Rusi, and Kemen in this essential like kind of pocket of the alley. I would say that Kemen kind of not catches up, but stays with the group and is just follow. And looks towards Nirja, Kodrono, the only other two who are still here.
I wasn't sure like who exactly he was addressing because I thought I was running off.
I thought I was.
I assumed you were like keeping with the group because that's what you were saying, and like the group was kind of like stopping because you couldn't keep up with the flying.
I didn't realize anybody was stopping. Okay. So I thought we were continuing. Okay. So so she says no, I guess not. And she obviously sees a giant eagle, right?
Yes. You saw, heard, and watched the giant eagle.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I wasn't sure of a bunch of things, so I'm just making sure. Okay, so she's just gonna stop in the alleyway and just all right, and then look around her and try and catch Kanja to talk to her because I think she followed, right?
She looked like she was about to turn in your direction, but she was currently kind of talking to the various guards that were near her.
Okay.
So yeah, you could like kind of trot back. Kodrono, are you going to stay with Georgia? Because you guys got outran real quick.
No, he's just gonna try to keep up with the Garai.
You can't. I mean, Garai got dimension doored out.
Oh.
Yeah. We can't see.
Yeah, they're on a giant eagle doing mock Jesus, as you like to say. So.
Oh.
Wait, you have dimension doored to the eagle?
No, they dimension doored in the direction of your eagle. Oh man, let's get out of here.
That would be weird.
What the hell?
More passengers.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yup.
I was like, I missed that part, but that's dope. Come on over.
I don't think that's possible.
Help me protect this eagle.
Kind of grouping people together so I know who's here. So this is kind of what the groups look like right now. Not obviously to scale on the map, but Garai and Irene are together, and Ryland and Valen are together. One is a giant eagle, and the rest of you are kind of left behind at the moment. If you have any means of trying to catch up, obviously go ahead.
Yep, just playing catch up.
Okay, so he's just all right. Oh, you already dragged it out. There it is. Thank you, Nanners. Do you have control
I just
of
can't
it?
control it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's doing that bullshit. Okay, I I should ask just to make sure that it is super clear, because apparently there was some confusion. So, everybody in this entire chat, all the characters here, watch them turn into a giant eagle and fly off faster than they can run. 2 people also disappeared through a portal to head in that direction. For the rest of the team, you can keep trying to keep up. Unless they stop, you understand that you will not, by any means, keep up with that speed. That doesn't mean you can't try, but just so your characters are very well aware. It's like watching someone hop into a car and you're running after them. Like, you're like, all right, I can't keep up, but you can probably lose them. Like try to keep up as best you can. So for Nirja and Kodrono, I just want to make sure that you're aware of that and give you the option to do whatever you'd like.
Okay. If she knows that she can't catch up, she might as well stay with the other half or the other section of the group and try and maybe do some reconnaissance or some investigation and help Kanja out and stay with Kanja and her team. Okay.
And Kodrono, are you attempting to keep up, or are you staying with Nirja and I guess Kanja and Kemen and the fur babies?
Okay, get comfy, get comfy.
It's cat time.
If the group is split as so, then Kodrono will hang back.
Okay.
Hang back.
Okay. Lean back. Lean back.
It almost looked like he was gonna shoot a rocket cat from the hip. Move the camera.
Oh boy.
No, Nubs has assumed his position, just to say on Nubs. Rocket Cat, yes, exactly. Okay, so with everybody kind of being spread and split up as they were.
You welcome, Foos.
No, it's fine. I'm just making sure I know where everyone's going and what's happening with that. I will get to the chasing team in just a second. I'm just going to kind of stay with Nirja and Kodrono for now, as they're having conversation with them. But we will catch up with the running teams, running and flying team. It seems in just a second.
Sure.
So for Nirja and Kodrono, Kanja arrives with her other guards and kind of addresses you, but some of the guards seem to kind of run off, and as you guys are kind of closing the distance on them and meeting up with her in the alleyway, you look up to see that on the top of the roof, the branches seem to have overwhelmed the target and kind of posed her in a way that was very similar to how you found Garai, in a strangely sort of artistic manner. But there is a tree that is blossoming with flower petals that seem to just infinitely fall from the tree-like branches and kind of decorate the area. But you notice that she is now posed like one of his victims. But as you kind of reach Kanja and she looks over the situation and then back to you. So, the reason we even called to this area, there were disturbances that were reported. Citizens here were saying they couldn't hear for hours.
Oh, interesting. We did have an incident last night with someone attacking us, also putting down silence. It was it's probably the same person. The bowman who also does music. He was here. He might have cast that spell.
Okay, I will also, because Kodrono kind of said it quietly, but you do know that when the silence was put down, it was the mirror assassin, and the bowman was not there.
But they work together, though, right?
Yeah, but I thought you were saying it was the same man, so I was just making sure that.
Oh no,
knows it's not.
Yeah. I didn't mean for it to sound like that. I meant to say
fine. I was just making
kind of link the two of them.
Okay. Yes. You and the character both know, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
So after that, she tilts her head. Okay. I am aware of certain magics being able to hinder sound, but this was for blocks. I'm unsure of that sort of radius. You must attend to the victim and your people. I see quite a few missing.
Yes, they went off after the bowman. He is invisible, and when he shoots, he's still invisible, and his arrows are still invisible. And I imagine that whatever ability gives, or whatever magical, I guess, talent he has to change spells to extend their radii or to remain, unseen. They're the same. He's been quite powerful. I did manage to goad him to, I guess, fight us, and we were hoping to draw him out. He's trying to take out one of us in particular, and she turns to Cadrono. We were all attacked, and Cadrono was nearly taken the other night. I'm sure you're aware.
We were given reports, although I've heard the mirror assassin was targeting your friend, and you're saying this man was also targeting your friend, but he wasn't shot?
I'm sorry, Foos. What is she? Is she saying that the bowman was targeting Cadrono?
Yeah, just because you were saying like he was targeted by someone, and then this guy. She's confirming this guy was targeting or not targeting him, essentially.
Okay. So Nirja says, today the bowman was targeting Valen more, actually, in addition to the people whom we captured. But I think the bowman is sending a special assassin to Cadrono. I don't know why.
Okay, understood. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound like you have a lot of facts, but we'll work with what you have to offer. For now, I guess you'd have to stay here. We can send people in their general direction. I did see an eagle flying, which I assume, based off previous reports, would be your friends.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Don't ride us out. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
There's a giant green Ryland hanging from it. It's like, they'll never know who we are. But yeah, she nods for a second, but you're safe, and it looks like, and she kind of looks over Codrono and your fur baby friends as well. Everyone looks unharmed, at least here.
Mostly. What did you mean by me not having facts?
Everything you just said, you think. So you're not entirely sure who targets are of these individuals.
Well, okay, so let me amend that. The bowman was targeting Valen. The mirror assassin was targeting Cadrono. Is that clearer?
As I mentioned, I will keep all of your information on hand, and we will work with what we have. We have a crime scene to lock down, and I don't think I have ways of getting you to your friends faster than anything that they can do currently. Yeah. We know where you are, so we can find you after the dust is cleared. If you need to, you can take off.
Okay. Thank you for your help. If you need us, let us know.
We'll find you.
Okay.
You see her kind of taking off towards the rooftop, where at this point you can recognize that a few men have made it to the roof and are attempting to kind of cut down the tree that seems to still be growing. When you first looked at it, it was probably about like 15-ish feet tall, but towards the end of your conversation, it's getting closer to 25 feet or so.
Nirja leads to Cadrono. Have you seen that kind of tree before?
Has Cadrono seen that kind of tree before?
I understood what you said, but I feel like nobody else did.
Has Cadrono seen that kind of tree before? Get out of here. We understood him.
I did not.
Good, sure.
No.
You can roll me a nature nature?
I
or
I thought I heard Popeye. I wasn't looking at the screen at the time. I heard
Yes.
Because Nirja is also trying to figure out what tree that is, and so she's kind of squinting.
They're the same. Boo.
Oh, okay, go ahead. So if you can roll a nature check as well.
Yay. Okay. Ah. Right. Nope.
Okay. As the two of you are looking off, you're just like, yeah, it's kind of viney or something.
That's a tree.
I'm not entirely sure, to be quite honest. But for Cardrona, you're looking over and it reminds you of a more common tree, not to this environment by any means, but it does kind of remind you of a weeping willow a little bit. But the blossoms are wildly different, and you don't know enough more than that to be like, maybe it's some kind of willow? I don't know. Like, it's a little hard to tell at the moment.
I'm a cleric, not a treeologist.
Did you say treeologist?
No.
Okay. Also, good night, AJ. Thanks for hopping. Thanks for popping by. But yeah, unfortunately, it is. That's as much as you get.
Okay. Nirja looks towards where the eagle went, and just says, "We need to go over to them. We have to support them. But I don't know if there's a faster way we can go. If we borrow horses, something." Is she saying this to Cardrona?
Yeah, we don't really have means of communication either, so...
Okay, I guess follow the eagle.
Do we know where, like, our next stop was?
I don't know. Well, your basic plan was like, we gonna kick in the door of these damn assholes and kill everyone in there. So like, that was the intention. Yeah. This happened, now you guys got derailed. So there wasn't necessarily...
Yeah, we had two plans. The first plan was to go fuck up this guy. We finally figured out it was going to take us too long to get there, so fine, we'll take care of the fucking underground bullshits. So we started doing that. Now this guy shows up. What plan are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like...
Foos does not want us to clear the quest line. So she's actually tangling the quest up so we can't complete it.
You guys are such vindictive characters, and I love it, because it's just like, anytime someone shows up that you hate, like, fuck that guy! Fuck him right now! I don't care what we had planned! We gotta kill this man right now!
He was originally plan A. We went to plan B, and now plan A's back. Plan A came to us, and now it's running away again.
We're like the Metal Gear Solid enemies. Guys, was a threat. Issue point.
Plan 8.5.
Correct. Yeah.
It couldn't possibly matter at this point because I'm thinking of this far too late. But I have to know for my own self. Did any of the people that we killed in the alley happen to have a longbow on them? If I had bothered to check.
Oh, didn't?
Someone had a bow. I don't believe it was a longbow, but let me double check because I could be wrong.
Yeah. Wait. Didn't you pick up a bow?
The rogue bitch who shot me several times.
Yeah, someone had a bow.
Yes,
it's just
actually,
a matter of what type of bow.
Correct. No, I remember you did actually pick up a weapon because you were like, I'm going to grab this because those poison arrows did so much fucking damage.
Yep.
And that was a longbow.
Well, all right. Just retroactively, I was like, well, you know what? We were in range. If the longbow happened to be there, I could have just picked that shit up and started shooting instead of leading us all on a fucking chase. Doesn't matter. We already did it.
Which is like sad now because it's like, damn it.
Could you imagine that though? Returning fire, the arrow like misses and hits some poor citizen. They get poisoned to death.
Worth it. Also, he was on a roof, so odds are.
Wow. Worth it.
Odds are. I could have made it in a flat roll, I think. I think I have the right tools that I would probably could have hit.
Fucking hilarious. Okay. So, are you guys going to proceed on... Oh, sorry. There was a bunch of questions. Because, yeah, Cardrona was like, do we know where we were supposed to go? The answer is essentially no. Between you guys. So, unfortunately...
let's just walk up that way. Like, points towards...
The direction they went?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
no says
you. Okay. Everybody is heading off in that direction, just much slower. So you guys.
Hi, Flandy.
Oh yes, hi. What's up?
Does Rusi relay the horse thing?
Oh, no, because no one's speaking Sylvan.
Damn it!
She only understands Sylvan. There's 0 people.
You are
in this group
correct.
that
I
speak
forgot about
Sylvan.
that.
For a second, I was
I don't
like,
know horse in
wait.
common. I understand horse, camel, and pony. And for some reason, mastiff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, she doesn't understand that. So I'll say that you guys are on your way in that general direction. We're going to switch back to Team Russian after.
Eagle. Team Eagle.
Well, not quite. I'm going to Irene and Garai first. Just because, like, even though Eagle went off, what's up?
I got Garai real quick. Irene's tired of this shit, and she knows that if she lets Rylan and Valen fly off, it's gonna get ugly again. So, twin casting haste on herself and Garai. We gonna catch this bitch.
Dopeness.
Holy shit! So Garai, if you're double dashing,
now.
you now
I can go quick.
Okay, yeah, I was like,
Because my speed just became 80, and if I want to dash, it's 160. And if I feel like dashing a second time, just to be saucy, that's 240.
Exactly. That is, yeah. So, Jesus Christ. Garai turns into a light bulb. He just fucking, Landy, when you posted.
Irene, you can fly if you let.
100%. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you are hasted and running at the speed of light. Irene, you are also hasted and running faster. Not the speed of light, but faster. So we have that going for you, which is nice.
We have regular Sonic and Sonic with the speed boots going.
Fucking, for real. Okay. Because the thing is, you guys teleported in front of the giant eagle because your point A to point B, 500 feet, is faster than that eagle could fly. So that's why I was catching up with you guys first. But you were going in the general direction of them. So landing on the ground, you hear kind of the screeching of a giant eagle, which also eagles aren't very quiet flyers, and he's carrying a giant paladin covered in leaves and nature plate, so they're not quiet.
I have to ask, do we just get the shadow of like Ryland's antlers stretching over buildings and shit? It's like...
And also, I imagine you grabbed him by the shoulders, so it's just like a dangling giant man.
Yeah.
It is by no means subtle. Like, you can absolutely tell that you went ahead of them. Because all these fucking.
Oh, I didn't jump on top. I thought I jumped on top.
No, he's
he's
picked you up.
Yeah, he's a...
I mean, however you want to do it.
Jumped on top. I think that's going to be harder for him to fly. You're a big boy. I think he needs to carry you in his claws.
I'm a giant eagle. All right.
You are a giant eagle. That's also a giant man.
All right.
Okay, so you guys are off doing that, but
giant turd.
you do recognize that they are behind you. But the two of you can give me like a wisdom-ish check if you can kind of like orient where you're supposed to go. I'll give you survival if you have any proficiency in that. But
which two of yous?
The Garai and Irene, because if they're ahead of you and they're trying to like figure out what direction you're going in based off of that.
Can I help them with the like? No, just a little to the left. No, not you, Valen. You keep going.
You guys, I would say you would probably have to give me a perception check to see if you can find them, because they landed on the ground, so they might not be immediately aware of. You might not be immediately aware of where they popped up. Oh, thank goodness for advantage.
Yeah, let's go.
You definitely spot them and give them directions, or at least you give Irene directions, because she has an earring on and you do as well.
Mr. President.
Right this way.
Alright.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on.
I like your slow
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
She's actually.
I need to play this character forever in every game.
Yes.
You already are. Like, you're not. We already told you before this started. You're not leaving. us.
Kidnap Joe in the chat.
We're gonna whatever session you have going on before this, we're gonna FBI swatting, whatever the hell it's called, and make sure that you're home in time.
Yeah, I have seen Nenders put Kidnap Joe in chat an alarming amount of times, which makes me feel like he's just gonna physically kidnap you at some
All right,
point.
I got it. Hold on,
all
let me
right.
get it set up.
Oh jeez. Oh no, you're making it.
Kidnap Joe incoming.
Command.
Thank you.
There's gonna be a
Thanks, man,
command
you're the
based on
best.
Kidnap Joe now.
There
Okay,
it is.
so
Wait,
Irene gets the command, and like as you're looking forward and you hear Ryland in your ear, like a little more this way, and like you turn, but you're like, that doesn't make any sense. And I think Garai just does incredibly quick, like just tracking in his brain. He's like, says this way, they said left, and then he just seems to. I'm assuming leave them in the
Intuit.
dust because you are so fast.
I'm gonna go, but I don't actually know where he is anymore, right?
No. You have no
Okay.
bead on him in terms of like visual or any kind of like magic of any kind. You just know the general direction he's going in.
Alright.
I will also mention for Ryland and Valen, Ryland actually, because he has the spell going. And yours, it lasts for 10 minutes, right? Yes, 10 minutes, okay.
Minutos.
Yeah.
Wait, are you sure that Garai didn't just kick up a massive dust cloud? That's why
I'm gonna
her
say-
survival check is so low.
Exactly. That's why your survival was awful, because he got the lead and just took right off.
Oh man.
All right, so question for Garai, are you going full tilt?
I'm gonna go full tilt to a nearby building to go up it to go get a vantage point because I know last time he was on a roof, and then
Okay.
just see if I can find his bitch ass.
Sure. Sounds good. All right. So would you save your action for a perception check and just use your movement and bonus action to dash, or like, I guess.
Well,
what are the-
depending. I'm starting with a base 80 feet. What's that get
Yes.
me? Does that get me
That
to a
gets-
roof
Oh yeah. Oh,
in
my
the right
God, yes.
direction?
You're in a residential space. There's buildings everywhere. Like you guys are
Cool.
running between streets and stuff.
For now, I've just moved to a roof, and I know what direction I need to be looking,
Yes.
and then I will perception as an action.
Okay, go right ahead. I feel like you, Sonic the Hedgehog, like ran up the building, like didn't even climb, was just like running up. Also
That's that
good
monk
roll.
shit, though.
Yeah, he's doing great. Yeah, he's not a monk, but that would be amazing. He was just like, I'm monk right now. Runs up the wall. Okay, yeah, from the rooftop, trying to just like get an idea. You know what direction you should be looking on, thankfully, based on Ryland's help and Irene's teleport. And you're searching these rooftops, and once again, just a little bit of like a hint of the sunlight hits something that just feels just a little bit off. And it also still seems to be on a rooftop.
How far away, roughly, would you say? Because I got some movement to work with still.
You do. All these fucking speed things. I'm still figuring out. Okay. Ooh. I would say, because you're not seeing like a very like opaque form, just seeing that reflection is a little like
Sure.
fucky on the eyes. But I would say that it's a healthy distance away from you. Probably a good.
Because I have my haste action to dash,
Yeah. Correct.
and then I have my bonus action to dash.
Oh yeah.
So
your
I still
haste
have
action.
160 feet to go.
That's very true. It is beyond that. I would say you recognize that it's beyond.
Beyond that. All right.
Yes. Correct. I would also mention for Ryland, you recognize that your locate object is still moving currently, and it is very fast. Not quite at the cusp of your 1,000 feet, but probably teetering on like 800 or so.
Well, I'll move my 160 feet and just let you stew in the fact that I can dash, and move next turn.
He's still moving super fast. This just in. He's going down Highway 9.
A grown-ass man would be faster than this. Shenanigans.
This is
Okay.
Ryland live from fucking
Like eagle noises. Okay. Kidnap Joe. Apparently it's still not. Is it working? I don't know. I didn't see a Kidnap Joe. Oh no, it is working. Oh no.
What?
Oh my god. Okay. So this is a wonderful night, and I love you guys so much. Irene, you watched Sonic the Hedgehog run up a building, seemingly stop for a second, then run again. You have 90 feet of movement, I believe, technically.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you have more than that. It would be 60, and then if you action dashed, it would be 120. And then if you second action dashed, it would be 180. So
180.
you can move 180 in this turn if you would like to.
She's gonna like glance up at him running up the building and be like, "Wait, we can do that." And she's gonna try it. She's not gonna go towards the building anymore. She's just like, "Can I run this?" Oh shit!
Yeah. Also, Vogly keeps trying to tell you Kandara, but if you know if you change to Kandara, he does not have haste, so you would drop that spell immediately.
But you could repeat. You could, Kandara could pick up Garai and fly off.
Well, they'd also be
Kandara's-
stunned for.
I also don't know if Kandara can fly right off the bat.
They'd be stunned. It takes a while to get the wings out. Kandara's on fire all the time. So if Kandara picked up Garai,
I'm
Garai
trying.
would then be on fire all the time.
You're fine. It's fine.
You know what? That might be worth it. I don't know how quickly we'd get to our destination.
Anyway, the thing is, I don't think anything can run as fast as fucking Garai right now. I'm not sure if there is any option.
Once she's on the rooftop, she's gonna try to spot the eagle,
Which is behind you. Because you guys teleported in front of him.
Oh, well, in that case, she's gonna you can't even hold your movement, which I think is very weird.
You can hold a dash.
If you've ever played Double Dutch, you know you can hold your movement. That's what the whole game is, right? Double Dutch to hold a dash.
But Garai definitely seems to be going in a very specific direction. And seems to be ahead of you now because he's very fast.
Oh, well, in that case, she's just gonna follow him.
Alright.
I don't know
Sounds
where
good,
we're
not a
going, but it's
problem.
real fast and this is fun, so.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're fine. I would normally say, give me some checks to cover these routes, but with the two of you hasted, it's not a problem. You're fine.
I'm a little worried that this is gonna turn into Sonic 2. Since Garai's moving super fast and Irene seems to be Tails right now, I feel like
And you're gonna disappear and then fly back into
I feel like Garai's gonna go off the screen because he's going too fast, and then you're just gonna hear boom boom. Irene's just
She's trying. And also she made this happen, so it's great. Alright, so the
It's
two
not
of you
Sonic
are...
2, it's Sonic Adventure 2, and it's Escape from the City is what we're hearing.
Oh god, I love that. Oh my god. Okay.
What's the best Sonic game, Cruz?
Sonic Adventure 2. Oh my god. Okay,
It is.
anyway. I gotta...
Agreed. Best soundtrack too.
I can fuck... Oh my god. Live and learn! Alright, so Phelan... Phelan and Ryland are on their way. Somehow, as an eagle, the two of you got outrun by a human and a water genasi who seem to be just fucking taking off. Ryland, you still have your locate object, and it is kind of guiding you in that direction. Valen, how fast are you going if you're dash flying?
I believe 80 around. Let me just double check.
Really? Wait, no,
Could
your
be
movement
wrong.
is 80 flat, right?
just 80.
Hold on. No, it is. It's 160. Sorry, 160.
Yeah. I was like, there's no
Yeah.
way because giant eagles are they can fly real fast. All right.
Them jump numbers.
What is
Aw,
your
Doug is
strength?
gone.
Because,
My
KO.
strength is 6 tizzle. 16.
16. Okay. And Rylan, how much do you weigh again? They're out, by the way.
Oh,
Just shy of 3, I think. 277.
Okay, you have 16 strength. All right. I'm gonna say you can keep your movement. It's a little jank though. You might it's not perfect flying.
I'm
He's a
helping.
big,
I'm
long
getting
boy.
on left. I'm going.
I genuinely believe with your mask on, you're doing that.
This man is in aviation. as
he's
a
just
career.
getting hot breath blown back in his face as you're flying this thing.
Correct. That is correct. All right, so you are heading off, unable to really catch up, I believe. I think you can kind of like keep pace with Irene, so like her distance from you, if she just keeps running, you're kind of just like keeping up with her. Gry is going at Mach 3, so you he's faster than everybody else.
Does Rylan tell me that we're catching him or are we losing him?
It seems to be losing. He's not he hasn't lost him yet, but he is teetering with the edge of that range.
So he's going faster than we are at 160.
Seems to be, yes. Ryland, give me a.
You look like you were trying to calculate the speed of that van.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was doing some quick maths.
What was that? What am I doing?
Wisdom check, please.
Oh, wisdom check. All right. Oh, Yep. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Carry on.
Rude. That was so dismissive.
I love you. Help! I feel like, oh my god. Anyway. Hey, thank you, Flandy. Look at him getting all this shit together. Flandy's a fantastic mod. He's very, very helpful.
He's amazing.
Okay. He's at the cusp of his range, and the two of you are well aware of that. Garai seems to be going in the correct direction, and you guys are on your way, I suppose.
And Garai is catching him?
If you had to do the quick math, as an eagle.
Eagles intercept things with speed at all times. I'd say if there's any animal that can do this, that would be an eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how they live.
I will give you that. However, you don't know where the target is, so you're just like, I don't know.
I can work my way through it. I've known some dumb kids in calculus. We can do this.
I would say if anyone has a chance, your eagle brain is like, it'd be Garai.
Okay. All right. So we just have to stick with. All right. Now, the direction they're going, is it linear?
The direction that the music man is going in, or like
Ryland would be giving steering cues, like, hell, he went to the left a little bit more. No, keep going faster.
Right, like,
yeah,
is it like
correct,
he's
correct? It's a straight line.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
All
it seems to be irrelevant to the streets and buildings and whatever.
Ryland's gonna focus.
Well, good, because we're about to jump out. Valen's going to go as low as he can.
Before you jump out, we go fast. Ryland's going to, like, close his eyes because he can still keep track of where this bitch is with his eyes closed. He doesn't rely on vision, so he's going to remember, A, we're hunting. B, fucking unicorn lady loves to hunt. And C, he's going to reach out and be like, yo, this bitch is being a bitch. I'm tracking. I got everything I got. Well, you got some tips? That's obviously flandified, but that's what
I understand. Give me another wisdom check, please.
Oh, come on! You're a wisdomy boy, man. You're the wisest. No, not really, but you're pretty wise. You know what you're doing. Come on, you got this.
Listen. Hey, you got a modifier.
Yeah, a modifier, right? Are we equally as wise? That's hilarious. Oh no, wait, I got you.
Oh.
All right, hold on.
Oh, here's the cheese.
I got some Gouda cheese for you real quick, and I know how much you like that. It is Maya's birthday in 14 minutes. And that's real people time.
Yeah.
That's 14 minutes. That's like a basketball quarter, because I know you have troubles with time. I can make it like relative to you, Foos. It's a whole quarter of basketball. I could ramble for 14 minutes if you want so that
I don't need you to.
I can keep going. I'm not a Republican, but I can filibuster. What do you want me to do? We can talk to you got turbo commercials.
Talk about the turbos.
I don't think I have it in this notebook. Where's
while he's getting his commercial ready for
we can take a break real quick.
Yeah, Maya, you need to take a break, right? We need to take a break.
I'm just gonna point this out. Instead of calculating how far away he is, it sounds like I might just catch him. So I'm just gonna point that out.
But my Valen's concern is the last time you guys had a one-on-one, it didn't work out for Garai. So we're
I mean, Garai was also unarmed in his home in like pajamas and died.
Also,
so
I wasn't rolling like this last time.
That's true. All right. So
we're not in Garai's favorite. So
Mileki definitely likes the number 8. That's her
Benner's
favorite
not
number.
a Republican, but I can filibuster. Okay. Time out. So, Ryland, you were saying something while this was happening. Essentially, like you were focusing on this and you were attempting to have something happen. Was there anything else? Because there was a lot of people talking over each other. I'm just making sure there wasn't something else you were trying.
He's just like, Look, I'm bad at hunting. Help me.
That's
And he's also listening to the earlier, like, just concentrates. He's like trying to concentrate on the spell where he is. He's like, help! It's not working. I'm trying so hard. Like, that's his plea.
Okay, he's pleading. He's pleading. Okay.
But much more calm. But he's just like, I guess. Hold on. So, sorry, I'm laughing too much. He's just like, oh, I can't even do that. So he's like,
he has a mask.
all right, concentrate. It's
We're
losing him. He's like raising his eyebrows. I was like, Unicorn can use a hand. I'm hunting him. He's just too fast. You got any tips? Please.
Please.
And that's his message and subsequent rolls.
His attempt. Okay, right, gotcha. In closing your eyes and kind of like focusing on this, a part of you is like, I don't know what to expect. Can you please help me out? And you don't know what to expect, and unfortunately, you don't feel anything. You don't recognize anything. Nothing seems to be changing for you at the moment. You're just like, okay, I guess that fucking didn't work. Valen, that's a giant eagle. What is your passive perception?
It's probably better than my actual passive.
I think it is. That's what I'm asking.
Let's see. 14. It is. It's 100% better than my 12. Yeah.
Okay. As you're going, it doesn't quite like catch your attention, but it's mostly because you're trying to like look down because you're trying to like either have a conversation with Ryland or like see what the hell's going on. You're about to shift out of this form essentially because you're like, we can't keep up. There's some fuckery going on. But as you're looking down, the faintest of glowing at the end of Ryland's antlers kind of returns. It is so very, very hard to see just because you are out in the desert sun in daylight. And like his antlers are relatively light colored to begin with. But the ends are just slightly glowing, and you do recognize that as an eagle.
He's gonna give one last screech, but look for a rooftop that he can kind of gently drop his brother off at.
Okay.
And do like a Starscream loop, and as he's coming back down, transform out of it, but grab onto Ryland again, and keeping the same bead that we were again, he's going to dimension door 500 feet in that direction.
Okay, so there's some fuckery going on. All right, so trying to keep up with where you guys are. I still believe Garai is ahead of you. You might be actually about where Irene is-ish, but there's crazy movement going on there. In that, I'm gonna keep the four of you kind of together-ish. Not in limbo, together-ish. But yes, also in limbo, because I think with this kind of shenaniganery, and my husband.
This is your fault, Foos. All you had to do is let him stay there. Catch the whooping he deserves.
Yeah,
you made him work for it.
You presented him and then made him run. Like,
this isn't our fault.
Me? Well, I'm taking it as a little bit my fault. After the chase, I was like, well, shit, if there was a longbow right there, I know how to use those.
Yeah,
I could have shot his ass dead.
shoot the archer. Okay, so that being said, my husband's unconscious, and I think Vogley is probably going to be joining relatively soon. So we're actually going to end a little bit earlier tonight, just because I don't want to drag them through it, I think. This might actually be a situation where, because you guys are so far ahead, I'm willing to have like a session maybe during the week if you guys are free, to kind of just have the four of us, so that way Yurja and Kadrono can like kind of catch up with us. As unfortunately they're going to kind of like sit and be like, we're running. We don't know where they are yet. So keeping that time in mind, if everyone's free or if we have the opportunity, that might be a thing. If not,
hold up.
What's up?
You suspiciously want to end the session real early when I'm 8 minutes away from my birthday? Huh? What that is, huh?
Hey, listen, again, it's not even your birthday in your time, so it would be our time.
Just look, you're being chronoist. Just because she lives in the past doesn't mean it's not her birthday where we're at. Okay?
Whoa!
That doesn't work.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Okay, so in this time, with everybody still kind of here, go ahead and give me your votes for who gets inspiration for this session. And in the meantime, I will be looking for someone to raid. And I'm gonna try for someone.
I use exclamation instead of slash.
Hey, slow that vote down so I get my birthday.
Oh, so many commands! You've been doing so many commands. I'm not even. I'm not mad. Yeah. No, that's great. I love it.
I forget every time. It's just /GM, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
/whisper /W space GM space.
Mm-hmm. Planning to get the fuck out.
Okay.
For your insolence, you don't get a vote. No, I'm kidding. Please vote. Please vote. Please.
No,
vote.
I don't get one.
No. You tell me I don't get one. I won't get one.
Oh man, this is tough. This is really tough.
It was a fucking
So
great
tough.
session. You guys are.
Toughness.
Everyone was killing it. It was great.
I stick by my vote. I stick by my vote. Get out of here, please.
I still remember.
Okay. I mean, then you just. All right. I didn't do shit.
Thank you for
Just
letting
remember
me
this.
like mess around at the beginning of the session, just like
No.
trying to
I'm sorry
figure
you
out
had to deal with that.
what with the what.
Oh, I thought you were mentioning like how you came in late, so that's why I was. Like,
Oh
I'm sorry you
yes,
had to
how
deal
I
with
came
it.
in late, but also letting me start out, and then on top of that, like fiddling around with trying to loot a body with a glaive. So thank you.
That was hilarious. Are you kidding me?
I imagine it was hilarious to see.
That was amazing. Yeah.
I don't. I feel like if I watched someone squish someone's eyeball with the butt of a weapon, I'd be somewhat nauseated in real life.
And again, it's just like, hey, this is we're killing a man over here. In the background, there's like, oh sorry, what's happening over there, guys?
For Nirja, being polite is very important, even to a dead thing. So she's
I
just
feel
like,
like the spiteful interrogation was nicer than that. We did a lot of things to that man. We did not squish his eyeball in.
I mean,
I love
we did some
that.
things, but we also ran like 600 feet. That's most of what we did today.
You guys were
got in the
so
cardio. Today we did cardio.
Today on difficult terrain.
Yeah. The recap for next week is going to be great. It's just going to be
Disappointed in myself. I bet if I had gotten that bow and took my action surge, shot 4 times, he probably would have died in 4 shots, right?
Yeah, totally. That's
Definitely
all
for
he
sure.
needed.
I want to play in Garai, so I would have crit 4 times because that's how my luck works. Specifically,
Good night,
only
Mark.
there.
Thanks for joining.
Yes, good night, Mark.
Night.
So, congratulations to Irene and Garai. You guys, the two of you have won inspiration for next session once again.
Oh, nice.
The votes were everywhere, so like it was close. But
This is
everyone
yelling at me
was
because I
very
said
happy.
everyone. That's why I got told to get out.
He literally said everyone, and then he was like, "No, I'll keep it." I'm like, "But you're literally throwing your fucking vote away. It doesn't do anything if you vote for everyone, especially because everyone got votes." So, anyway, with all that, we are going to go raid.
raid.
The artwork on this one is really, really cool, and the overlay is cool stuff.
This is
We're
the
gonna go
way it
raid.
looks like we're going to raid produce our pets.
No, oh yeah,
Please.
producer pets didn't hit yet, did it? No, what's up?
I didn't, but Insomnia it redeemed D4 inspiration.
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
nice.
Oh
Instead
shit!
of
Is
landing
that
near
for
the
me? I guess
cheese.
that's for me because I'm the DM right now. I mean, you can say if you want it for someone else, but you don't. And I get inspiration. That's
No,
fantastic.
we don't want. Don't
Thank
give
you
the
very much.
DM inspiration.
You deserve the
Why not?
inspiration, and I'm
You
glad
see?
you got it.
You know,
Why
you know
not?
if you're gonna
Thank
use
you.
that to hit
I
Ninners.
redeemed a player one. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but I did it.
No,
Take
you're
that.
not. You are absolutely not allowed.
Get out
Also,
of here.
also, because it seems very appropriate, not only because their artwork's amazing, but we're gonna go raid Mad Bird Streams.
Bad
And
birds.
It's very appropriate because we had a Mad Eagle flying through the air. So please join us and give them some love. And once again, thank you guys so much. I love everybody here, and have a wonderful
Happy Maya's birthday and not her time zone.
Happy birthday to Maya
Happy
tomorrow. We love her
birthday.
so much.
In
And,
3 minutes,
also-
she's being Kronos.
Yep.
And also, everyone check out Dispel Logic tomorrow because they're doing some stuff.
Yes,
and we're
please
very
come
excited.
check out. Thank you.
So
Come
Yeah, what
check
time,
us out. 8 p.m. Real People time. So that's Eastern. 8 p.m. We're doing a whole new campaign, new stuff. 3-man crew. Let's see if we survive it.
I'm
Very
excited.
Got this.
But yeah.
It's gonna be
go.
great.
Happy birthday,
Three
Maya.
man
And everybody,
crew.
bye.
Bye.
Hey, you know what this reminds me of?